Ooh, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. Yeah. I am your, I got that on looped. I am your host, Phil Marks, and joining me today is Hairline, the EVP of PWT and Awful Wrestling. A big yeah and round of applause for two of our favorite guests. Awful, of course, joining us tonight, as he's been doing a lot on the live shows. And Awful, man, that clip we did with Max Caster, it went I don't know if you call it viral, but goddamn, you know, we got a lot of hits. We got a lot of people disagreeing with you, saying you're being too harsh on Caster. We got a lot of people telling me I'm being too much of a goddamn mark and that you're right. So it's yeah, man, it was that was a good one. And of course, Hairline's here. Hairline, how you doing, bruv?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, man?
Oh, you know, I'm just watching the UFC in St. Louis. But before we get into all of that and how it actually ties into WWE, I got to shout out the Tribal Chiefs. If I miss any names, I'll get you on the next one, I promise. But Gilgamesh, Rouse J, 1199, Sal Dosri, Kyle Mulkey, Joseph Morales, Derrick Hans, Liam McBlain, Cruz Madrid, Sass Prophet, Ninja Boy, Savage Wrestling Podcast, Brad Becker, Jamie Earhart, Scully Vibes with two Z's, who's also been tagging me in a tons of shit for the show on X. I appreciate that. You all get it, yeah. 37 of you in here. We're just letting everybody file in slowly. I know there'll be a ton of you, so hit that like on your way in if you don't mind. You know the chat's going to make everyone get to at least 69 likes. That's the... You know, wait till Avril fan gets in here. She's going to be clamoring for the 69 likes. So get us up there if you haven't yet. Hit the like as everyone files in, pardon me, at Pro Wrestle Times, at Pro Wrestle Clips on YouTube. I try and upload every single day to both channels. And yeah, Awful, you're over on Twitter at Awful Wrestling, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and you can. Someone sounds like they're like sitting on a dryer. I don't know what the fuck. Someone's getting a foot massage with a. Someone's over there with a fucking Hibachi 900 or whatever the fuck they're called. I'm just kidding.
That's got to be Hairline.
Y'all know the procedure. What's up, chat? I hope chat's doing good. Oh yeah, it's probably your fan or something. It's all good. I'm just letting you guys know. Yeah, shout out John JID. It's good to see you here. I'm chilling on vacation, ready to laugh with y'all. Yeah, dude. I am gonna crack open a...
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear something's like chug. No, something's like chug chug chug. Chat'll let us know. But yeah, I can still hear it.
Yeah, it's got the fan, then the fan's off.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's something awful. You're riding a motorcycle or something right now. But
get the fuck out of here. I was chewing on some potato chips.
Yeah, it can't be me.
I'm on a motorcycle.
Yeah, you're on a motor. I wish I was on a motorcycle. But yeah, so Phil being a Mark, but his last name is Marks. Why are they even complaining about you? They're not, dude. We're just having fun. The chat roasts me. It's what we do, dude. We're crybabies up in here. 69, y'all know the procedure. Chat, I hope you're all having a good night. Everyone's filing in. We're gonna get the show on the road. But yeah, so I guess we got the where to follow people and everything out of the way. I muted myself to see if it was me. It's not me, dude. Someone's tooting in the mic or something. We'll figure this out as we go, guys. Or maybe I'm just hearing. Yeah, maybe I'm just hearing shit. But either way, guys, you'll enjoy this regardless.
Let me mute my microphone. See if
yeah, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not farting or anything.
It had to be because it stopped going. Dude, are you having sex? Or what are you doing over there, Awful? You beating your meat?
No,
are you slapping your big meaty men around right now? What's going on?
Holy shit!
You know, hey man, meat's over with the wrestling audiences, dude. You know that.
I might be picking my teeth with the potato chips, but I think I'm good now. Yeah, there was no chugging going on. Okay, get your head out the gutter, Mark. You fucking.
I will. Okay, guys. So today we got a lot to talk about as the title infers, man. Like Kenny Omega destroyed Dave Meltzer, Derrick Lewis possibly in the WWE. We're gonna E-Fap some wrestling vids. I know Awful's already over there fapping, but we're gonna E-Fap some some wrestling vids, some different things that I got. I didn't really know what else to title it, but yeah, I'm watching UFC St. Louis tonight, guys. If Collision's on, just tell me what happens. I'm more interested in this fight night. They're in St. Louis, and Derrick Lewis is fighting in the main event. Why is that relevant? Well, Derrick Lewis, actually, who is the all-time knockout king of the UFC, right? So he has the most knockouts ever in UFC history, and he fights tonight and could potentially put that record further out of reach. And as you see here, Phil Margs, Boogmargs. UFC heavyweight Derrick Lewis says he's in talks with WWE. We are actually in talks right now. We've been talking for a few months. I was supposed to go down there in February to check everything out. So that's what Derrick Lewis just told ESPN, man. WWE people talked about it. Oh, maybe we'll see the UFC fighters cross over or vice versa. Well, it looks like it's happening. Derrick Lewis, for those of you who might not know who he is a hilarious personality in the UFC. Awful hairline. Are you guys familiar with Derrick Lewis?
Nah.
Okay, so
Never heard of him.
So he's like a real life superhero dude. When his like Houston or something was flooding, like his whatever town he was living in, he like went out there in a fucking truck and was pulling people out and pulling their cars out. And he's just a hilarious guy who I'm trying to pull up a video. So here, I'll play you the Derrick Lewis's funniest moments. And it's no surprise to me, the all-time knockout king in the main event tonight, and he's the all-time knockout king in the UFC, so it's no surprise to me with this type of personality as well that the WWE would be eyeing him up. Here, I'm just going to share this other screen. Where is it? Boom, guys, sorry. So here we go. Here's Derrick Lewis's funniest moments. And just to give you a taste of his personality, and maybe the WWE might have to tame this guy down, right? So, mind you, a lot of these interviews are right after he just finished knocking someone the fuck out.
I'm here with the winner, Derrick Lewis. Derrick, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot.
I understand. Derrick Lewis, everything.
Why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hot. After he just knocked the dude out.
Things bigger in Texas. So in the heavyweight fight, you had to get a knockout late and make it dramatic, right?
What they know about them Texas boys.
That you can put it all to bed with one shot.
I told them boys, I got number one heart. You know, they keep underestimating me. Shit, I ain't all that technical and all that, but shit, I'm getting there. Fuck it.
Do you feel like you were a little overtrained?
Oh, for sure. You know, plus all the training and all the sex I've been getting. Yeah, my body needs some time off.
This is a come from behind
fucking Derrick Lewis.
Knockout, the likes we haven't seen in a long time. Talk us through this, Derrick.
I forgot a few hours before the fight, Donald Trump called me and told me I got knocked this Russian motherfucker out because they're making him look bad on the news. You know, him and Putin and shit. Fuck what they talking about. USA in this whole. Fuck.
USA in this hole.
Yo, dude. So this is what WWE is. They want this dude in there.
Listen, Derrick, you came into this fight the number 2 contender with that knockout. You're absolutely one of the top guys in line for a shot.
Shout out Joe Rogan.
Title next. So tell us what you think about that.
I need to sit my black ass down and do some more cardio. Fuck what you talking about right now. I ain't trying to fight for no title right now. Not with no gas tank like that. Shit.
I ain't even trying to fight for the title right now. Not with my fucking gas tank like this. That shit's hilarious.
He's my dealer.
Yeah.
You were gaslit, but you found a way to get it done again.
I just know I
Can't be coming up $20 short.
You know, he called himself a man, but he like to put his hands on women. So forget that guy. I got much more heart than he has. You know, What Ronda Rousey fine ass at?
Derrick.
Oh my God, he goes, where Ronda Rousey fine ass at? Oh my God, that was him knocking out Ronda's husband, and then he goes, where's Ronda's fine
Oh
ass
boy.
at?
Oh wow.
Damn. So Derrick
epic.
Lewis, they have
Disrespect.
interest. Yeah, they have. I know, dude. I know they have interest in this gentleman, and he's in the main event tonight, looking to add to his like all-time knockout. There's 6-7 minutes of him just cutting hilarious promos. Now, what is he going to say shit like that in WWE? I don't know. He's older, but you know, WWE's shown like they don't really give a shit about that. They don't care about that at this point. They're willing to make quote unquote older people champions. Awful hairline. Your thoughts on Derrick Lewis, and what do you think about him in the WWE? What do you think? Do you think it'll translate or they'll botch it?
Man, like,
Me first.
pretty funny here.
Yeah, go ahead. Hairline? What do you think?
Oh, I'm unmuted. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm not muted. Okay. Anyways, yeah, man, he is pretty funny and whatnot. Definitely he's gonna have to tone it down, but you know he'll get that within a couple of weeks of NXT and whatnot. And this is just more of like what we've been seeing since the Endeavor collab and whatnot. Not collab, but the fusion.
Hey, yeah, who's farting? Awful. He had something going on, guys. He's fixing it right now. It's all good. We were roasting him about fapping. Jess, it's good to see you here. What's up, Jess's kitty? And on what planet is Joe Rogan a comedy legend? Dude isn't even funny. Yeah, hey, so I don't know what chat's talking about. Here's the thing with Rogan. His comedy fell way off, I feel like. You know what I mean? But he's as far as podcasting, he's like definitely somebody, you know, that as a podcaster you look to as influential for sure, for certainly, you know what I mean? But yeah, as far as the audio is super messed up. Yeah, we're fixing it. Awful's fixing all that. Don't worry about it. Are you guys good? Does it sound good? Hairline, you sound good on your end or what?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Hairline sounds Krispy Kreme, man. Me and Hairline sound golden. It's just awful, and he's fixing it, and then he'll be all good. Got Schaub into comedy. Yeah, that's why I'm a homeless cat. And what are we doing here, B? And I roast Brendan Schaub at least once an episode. And I agree, you know, speaking of UFC and MMA, I absolutely agree. Awful's back here. Hopefully everything's good. But Awful, what do you think about Derrick Lewis and transitioning UFC fighters over into we're still hearing it. This guy sounds like a chopper. You're in a war zone.
Is it still me? Oh
it's
man,
still doing it. I don't know. People are like, check your headphone jack and all of this. Schaub will never live down Gringo Poppy. Okay, if there's enough homeless cats, check out the r/fighter in the kids subreddit, and then you guys for a members only stream, we'll watch Gringo Poppy together because it is the biggest travesty in the history of stand-up comedy. Okay, this is the pro wrestling stream. We got Awful here. He's trying to fix his mic. He's gonna hang out with us, but anyways, Hairline.
How about now? How about now? Does that work now?
How about now? You sound great. It's great. I don't hear any choppers or anything. So your thoughts on Derrick Lewis coming into WWE and other UFC fighters making that transition?
I mean, if they're bringing back the Hurt Locker, the Hurt business, they can he can be a great addition for that. Other than that,
God damn it! So you were watching the Hurt Locker. You were watching a war movie. That's what all that noise was.
Yeah, that's what it was. I turned down the volume on the Hurt Locker.
Oh my god. Yeah, it sounds crystal clear now. No. Chat loves it. Chat loves it. Sorry, Awful. You go ahead, man.
No, that's all I got. I mean, Obafemi has taken his lane. Apollo Crews has taken the lane. Bobby Lashley has taken the lane. Where's his lane at? I mean, unless he's going to be like a new gangster, that would be cool. You know, we got to have some sort of New Jack kind of character. He could fill that role. But already, you know, R-Truth is taken, my man.
My word, dude. Come on. He'll be like the one-punch knockout guy. Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
No, I'm just kidding. So I want to share with you guys, you know, something. You guys know how we do? Becca's other newest song.
Oh, kick it
That's
off.
right, chat. I love you tonight. You guys hate me today.
Thanks a lot, Steph DeLander. You created it.
He made this horse shit.
Is it just an instrumental?
A terrible instrumental.
You guys lucked out. We don't even have to hear any of her rhymes. You guys lucked out tonight. So there you go. That was Becca BECCA with a 3 because she's cool. Latest song. Instrumental of you. I thought there was going to be a verse attached to that, so it was going to be way more fun. Okay. Man, this show's been a shit show tonight. So, is
Phil,
anyone?
Did you write this show on a napkin?
Yeah, bro. No, I didn't even. It was I actually. So what I did is I had a graph over here, and then I took it on Mark Maron's podcast, and I flipped it upside down and went, "Oh no, this is the new way. This is great." Yeah,
I see.
So here we'll go into Phil Marks bookmarks, guys. Phil Marks bookmarks. So you guys know, I'm French Canadian. I'm not European French. They were chanting some shit at in Lyon, not Paris, at AJ Styles in the chat was asking me what are they chanting. I was like, I'm not really familiar with it, and it's because this song that was made, this is what they were singing. The crowd was singing per at Meltzer said what. Thank you for digging this out. And yeah, this is like a European, like a French European dance song or whatever from back in the day. And just listen to the first bar here. Sing like he is really phenomenal, or he's very phenomenal, right? So I was unfamiliar with that song, but here's them. And I think Marv was pointing out, he's like, man, was it me or did AJ look pissed and Cody? And I was like, nah, man, I just think that okay, he's trying to mean mug and save face, right? Like AJ Styles is. But because he's trying to
you think he knows what the crowd is chanting?
No. But I think he's so overwhelmed that he's fighting back like a smile / emotion / he's trying to mean mug and stay healing the whole time. And I think why we saw a little bit of what seemed like miscommunication in some matches. And I forgot to say this on Toonie Talk. I think what it was that the crowd was so fucking loud. It was harder to call spots as well, So, but here's AJ. To me, when I saw this and when I see it now, I'm like, he's trying not to fucking smile or get he's fighting back a tear almost because you don't need to know what the fuck they're saying to him.
Yeah, it's the energy.
Yeah, it's just that energy. He knows if it's positive. He knows if it's heel heat. He knows that, Leon is just like, thank fuck we get AJ Styles. I'm a person who, for a long time, I was like, I never thought I would ever see AJ Styles wrestle because I thought he was like a TNA for lifer. And I was like, I don't even know where the fuck you go. They're singing it. What are they saying? Right. I don't know, but I'm so over here, and this is insane.
It's been a while since we saw a camera shake, hasn't it? I mean, it's been years. I can't even remember the last time the camera shook on something. Maybe Backlash last year
when Trick Williams won in the NXT building, dude.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
but they're literally on benches.
Yeah. Man, I got a bunch of Dave shit in here. Obviously, but I want to talk to you guys about this. Apparently, and this is according to Wrestling Observer, but it's not a dumb moment of the week. It's just something in wrestling. Apparently, Chuck Taylor legit is retired from wrestling. Do you know what I'm saying, dude? So what do you got? He is legit hurt and done. So, and then what they did was that Trent Beretta match. That was the payoff with Orange Cassidy or whatever. What do you make of that? Are you guys I guess thank you, Chucky? Do you think it's an angle they're trying to work overtime, or do you think he's really just done because an actual injury, or do you think he's just been doing this so long and he's probably just got an office job in AEW type thing? What
did he get injured from? First off,
I don't know, but they're trying to work it Trent injured him and Orange Cassidy, that's why he and Orange Cassidy were fighting. right? And then they sort of just did it on Dynamite, but it's just this angle, like where were they building it on Rampage and shit? Like nobody really knew about what was going on. And so but the whole storyline is that Trent actually ended Chucky's career. And I don't know, it's being reported by Dave, and he knows AEW shit because they love to stooge it to him. He's saying like it's a shoot, his shoot is done. He's actually done wrestling. So I don't know, man. I guess just like Chucky T back in the day, I don't know. I guess
I don't know. I don't know this guy.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, to me, I was always a fan of like Trent Beretta when he was with like Rocky Romero, not so much when he was with Chuck T. I've never been like a big fucking Chuck T hater. I know people in the chat are probably like, oh, Muffin Top Taylor, like Cornette would say and shit. But it definitely, I don't know, man. I guess shout him out if he actually is done. Like, I don't wish him any ill will, and I hope he is okay. Like, it sucks if he has like a career-ending injury, or if it's, I don't know, maybe he's just got an office job and he's like, fuck it, I'm set now. But I guess Awful, you're not too familiar with him, I guess, but Hairline,
guy who makes Converse.
Well, Hairline, I know you are familiar with Chucky. What are your thoughts on him just in general? Because I know you've kind of shot hard on him in the past on this show,
I could give a shit.
God damn it.
Get him the fuck off my television.
I'm here with this episode, dude. On this live show, I'm here with the two most fucking bitter, cynical motherfuckers ever in the history. $10 super chat. Thank you really quickly. Hey Phil, I subscribed to Toonie Monster Wrestling and it was recommended on YouTube. He was funny. Talk about Dave Meltzer. Puppet looks good in your live stream earlier today. Thank you so much. Let's drop an air horn. Denisha
Shout
Lane,
out Marvin the Movie Monster.
Shout out Marvin the Movie Monster. It was probably recommended because we're on the same wave here. We talk about it all the time. Marv's typically on the show, and also Awful Wrestling, who's here right now. You can find him on Toonie Talk Wrestling as well on Tuesdays. So if you like that show, typically I'm there too. I pop in when I can, and definitely make sure you guys go subscribe to Toonie Talk. And you never know who might pop in. Some other folk from that show might pop in tonight, and you never know. But we have Awful here, and he's also featured on that channel. And Awful, you got to get your own pod going or keep hosting these Twitter spaces. And
everybody says that, man, but I'm like, I don't know if I got that kind of time. Everybody thinks I live in my mom's basement, so it's just like, all right, well, I don't.
Thank you so much for the super chat as well. Awful, this is the thing. If you start blowing up those Twitter spaces, and then I'll come jump in those, and then because you always do this show, so I'm like, shit, I got to pay it forward somehow. I'll do the forward in your book. How about that?
All right, sweet. That'll be the fourth forward that I'll have. I love it.
Oh yeah, are there other people already there?
Yeah, of course, pining, chomping at the bit to write the forward.
So you guys just buried Chuck Taylor, I guess. So shout out Chuck Taylor, man. I honestly hope you're doing well.
Shout out to Chuck Taylor. Somebody said in the chat that is the only cool thing about him is his name. Imagine how fucking uncool you have to be to have your coolest thing be Chuck Taylor, your goddamn name. Incredible.
Well, that was our boy Robbie C. PWT OG.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
shout out Robbie C.
Yeah, Robbie C's the man. This is TNA. Speaking of cool, give me your guys' thoughts on this. Jonathan Gresham has been going through this transformation where he is now like this great Muda character, and he's like the octopus, and that's always been his nickname. But he went and did some angle with like Cruel, the monstrosity Cruel. Yeah, we love Cruel here on PWT, and and he did some angle with that, and now he's like transforming into this octopus, like great Muda character, and he like when he gets in danger or he's like backed up, like he might lose type shit, he like starts coughing up this ink, and he does shit with it. It's not like Malachi Black, the poison mist. It's not that reuse of that old shit. He's doing his own unique stuff. Watch this and tell me if you guys think this is cool. Look, and then he pins the leg down. It's the little shit he does that is like real. If you're really fighting someone, you stomp their leg, and then you pin their other leg down. This is what I like about him. And look at this cool like Muda mask he has on, and he wears like he's got like the bottom grills on, like they look like platinum or whatever. I'm not sure. They're not like diamondy. They're makes people like convulse and vomit, and like they're all, it's just this. What do you guys think of that? Chat is obviously going to let me know, but first I want to know, Awful, what do you think about I guess that, are you familiar with Gresham before, and what do you make of this gimmick?
There's nothing more intimidating than a 5'6" black guy with an octopus for a gimmick that's going to really take you far. It's the boogeyman, and he's coming to get you with his melanin claw, with his
melanin claw,
with his melanin iron claw.
Awful.
Listen, 205 is calling, and
oh my
holy
God.
shit. Listen, it's a cool gimmick. I mean, but for how long can we spit up in our hand and rub it into some dude's face? I mean, that's real top guy stuff right there.
Hairline, what about you, man?
I easily believe that this all happened because of Cruel. You know what I'm saying? First match Tremont, now this.
Yeah,
fuck.
Dude. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I guess to piggyback off what Awful here said, he's not exactly a big enough star to keep this like going long enough. Like eventually, like it's cool to like rub your octopus spit on jobbers, but like you know what I'm saying? It's fucking.
So what? You don't think he can sustain
it?
He
really paused.
Yeah, he literally paused.
I know. I wouldn't say he wouldn't sustain, like he couldn't sustain it, but like are all the boys gonna let him do this to them?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's when you get in there with the top guys, it's like And then also in TNA right now we have Ryan Nemeth. I guess he just left AEW. Oh yeah, I let him out of his contract. It's great. So, but yeah, Ryan Nemeth joined Nick Nemeth to end Broken Matt Hardy. Yeah, what do you guys think about that?
All those tough Nemeth brothers.
Hey, they can wrestle. They can really grapple.
I'm sure they certainly can. They need to change that name. I mean, if they're going to be a tag team, I mean, get rid of that last name.
The Nemeth
First names are
brothers.
cool. Yeah, come on now. What is
Ryan
the spelling bee?
Jesus. Hairline, what do you think though? Ryan Nemeth just dipped out of AEW, and then now he's just with Nick Nemeth and TNA with Broken Matt Hardy.
Well, yeah, I don't exactly blame him for bailing on AEW, and I definitely want to tune. I want to tune into fucking TNA. I've been wanting to ever since I saw Broken Matt Hardy came back, but I don't exactly like. It kind of sounds like a fucking like online multiplayer faction. You know what I'm saying? Like
Universe. So the HPN for $5 says if the Kenny Omega and Ospreay feud is over dementia, Dave's Statter ratings, I think you meant star, then I never want to hear that Ospreay is the best wrestler. Round of applause for the super chat. The HPN. We're going to talk about that. We're going to play it. We're going to obviously jump into it. You guys know I was polishing my flute so hard, bro, when I just like Awful was at the top of the show when I heard this clip and what Kenny had to say, and I saved a lot of it to live react with you guys. I like to react live with you. I don't like to listen to it all, but I definitely heard a little quip of what he said, and don't worry, the flutes are polished. Thank you so much for the super chat. And Jess, why are all these wrestlers spitting up all the time? Go to a doctor. Yeah, his entrance is unbelievably good. Yeah, Gresham in WWE would be the shit. I got to be honest, in my opinion, but I'm an Uber mark. And this gimmick,
what do you see him doing in the WWE?
Well, that's the thing. Prior to this gimmick, I saw him being like a newer Daniel Bryan, but now he's doing this octopus thing, so it's like maybe not now. Maybe he's in the Wyatt 6. Just kidding. I'm not recommending that at all. But you know, I don't know. Now I don't know this new. That's why I bring the new gimmick to the table and ask you guys what you think. I'm hyped. I really love it. I think he's just a phenomenal talent. And if you watch the vignettes and all of that, it really pieces this together more. And it's a bit of an AEW thing where it's like you got to be following like what Cruel's doing in the deathmatch circuit to fucking understand what Gresham's doing over here a little bit. But I don't know. I just think the presentation is cool, and yeah, I fuck with Gresham. I always have, and so, and Jordan Grace as well, and they're a married couple as well. But we were talking about, were we talking about geeks and nerds? I'm sure we were, guys. So, here's what Gabe Kidd had to say on Los Angeles News Today. Shout out New Japan getting mainstream exposure. AEW Disciplinary did tweet out, he's like, yo, everyone don't freak out about Gabe Kidd, what he's saying here, because New Japan and well, he said Gabe Kidd specifically has been doing this for a while, and it's probably building up to whatever Forbidden Doors got coming, right? And I also, we've covered it on the show, and we've talked about, I think I've talked about it with you, Awful, but we've talked about how, at least I have, that you know, New Japan in general, like they just shoot. They've always been kind of like, you can drop F-bombs and you can kind of break the fourth wall, if you will, or they've always been a little bit like, keep it more shoot and real. But lately, especially, a lot of New Japan guys are taking digs specifically at AEW, and I think that is to garner heat for the Forbidden Door events when they do go down. Like, I do believe that. I don't think Gabe Kidd's just out here burying AEW. Unless he is, then you guys can call me. But I want to play you guys with Gabe Kidd. Yeah, go ahead. Was someone? Oh, someone just dropped a yeah. My bad. I thought you were saying hold on. But yeah. So this is what Gabe Kidd had to say about AEW.
I mean,
so what makes New Japan so exciting?
Listen, I'll put it in very simple terms. Yeah, you like theatre, go and watch WWE. If you're a fat nerd who can't talk to girls, go and watch AEW. Wow. But if you want to watch the real stuff,
but he said if you like theater, go watch WWE. So it's like he did just put WWE over there. There's nothing wrong with theater. You know, in fact, it's
man wants a job.
Yeah, he wants a future. Yeah.
And so he,
you say the theater, it's the safest bet.
You know, maybe your boy Phil did.
Dummy, yeah.
Maybe I dummied, because he might be for real here. Like, I don't give a shit about AEW. What are they doing for me? They ain't doing shit for New Japan, because he was there before. And he's probably like us, like, dude, they gutted New Japan. Like, what the fuck? So I don't know. Let's play that again. But he calls WWE theater. And then he goes, if you're a fat nerd. And then he could have just left it there. And then he adds on, who can't talk to girls. And we're going to get into the whole Sky Blue situation and all that in a moment. But yeah, so I don't know, man. He went really hard on AEW fans, but let's play this back one more time.
I mean,
so what makes New Japan so exciting?
Listen, I'll put it in very simple terms. Yeah, you like theatre, go and watch WWE. If you're a fat nerd who can't talk to girls, go and watch AEW. Wow. But if you want to watch the real stuff, New Japan Pro Wrestling, this where it at. NJPW World tomorrow night, live on pay-per-view.
You're throwing down with your mouth, my friend.
Exactly. Come on now.
Bruh. I don't know, man. I like that. I applaud that. Round of applause for Gabe Kidd. And you guys pretty much summated it there, right? He wants a future. So, yeah, I find that hilarious. I find that very hilarious.
You know what? You know what I find interesting?
Go ahead. Yep.
Is that New Japan Pro Wrestling? There isn't like one of their satellites based in Los Angeles.
Is it Los Angeles, Hairline?
I know they go there often.
Yeah. They have a dojo. Okay. They have a dojo in LA. They have a dojo in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So check this out. This. You see how he's on the morning news, right?
Right.
You see how he's a wrestler for New Japan Pro Wrestling. What the fuck is AEW doing? Not promoting their shows in this exact same way. I give this a 10 out of 10. The guy promoted the shit out of the company. I didn't really like the clip that they showed, a guy throwing a goddamn garbage can, but Other than that, that's what local promotion is supposed to do. You got to get people in the theater, in the stadium, in the arena, so that you can grow your company wisely. And that's how you do it, right there. Local promotion.
You said it brilliantly there. So okay, WrestleNomics. So I wanted to bring this to the show, and I'm so glad that you're here, Awful, goddammit. Because you and I were going back and forth. I brought it up earlier. The Max Caster video, guys. There's like a 30-minute long video at Pro Wrestle Clips. And by the way, while I'm at it, guys, there's 120 people liking. I'm going to need those likes up. We got to get them to 69. We're at 31 right now. Let's get up to 69 likes at least. There's 120 people watching. We got to get that popping. Awful's here dropping bars. Hairline's back like Raquel. We got a good one tonight. I'm watching a dude get the shit kicked out of him in a fight that could be stopped at any moment. Anyways, so if you guys haven't yet, check it out at Pro Wrestle Clips. Myself and Awful watched Chris Van Vliet's interview with Max Caster of The Acclaimed. It popped off, man. It's got, 4K, 5K views, whatever it may be. And it's only a couple days old. And so we were just reacting to his interview, and we went back and forth about, is he over? Is he not over? I said he sold merch. People laughed at that. The comments are pretty split between like, why are you hating on Max? No, Max needs to get at it. And I said they need to go to NXT. It'd be great. And it was hilarious. One of the greatest bits ever in PWT live show history. But I wanted to bring this to you, because you were like, is he a draw? Can you prove that? Yeah, dude. And I called it out on the show. I said, listen, AEW's top merch sellers are AEW and CM Punk. That's the joke I made. It's a routine, regular joke I've said on this show, because it's true. It's not even a joke, actually. It's just the truth. Well, right under them are The Acclaimed, dude. They're number 3. So what's up, right? I'm not like is that not something? No. But are you telling me WWE couldn't take them? And that means that with the lowest effort of creativity, storytelling, marketing, blah 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 blah, right? That Tony Khan does the lowest elementary level. They're able to still at least get over to some degree to a good enough degree where it's close to CM Punk, dude, who's like over like Rover, no matter where he goes. Punk could go to New Japan. He'd be fucking super over still. People would.
You're a funny guy. You're a funny guy.
Hold on.
You're a funny guy. Listen.
Let me get this off. Let me get this.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So you don't mean to tell me that you don't think the WWE could cultivate that gimmick? Yeah, The Acclaimed, like they could put that shit in NXT tomorrow. Used with that same gimmick, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster, or even him as an individual. And you don't mean to tell me that I think as a tag team they work better, though, that WWE could.
See what your host Phil did? See what your host Phil did, chat? He switched up the question. The question. Okay. The original assertion that I said is that they are not over. Okay. The Acclaim is not over. Max Caster is not over. Your host and mine, Phil Marks, sent us a graph that ends on November 4th of 2023. What month are we in right now? What month are we in right now?
I know. No, hold on. I switched it. No, hold on. Let me respond to that. Then you're going to ask me.
Then you tried to ask me. Yeah. Well, what if the WWF had him? Yes. Who knows what would happen? But I know for a fact right now they suck. Okay, they're not over. They're not a draw. He can sell. Listen, he could sell 100,000 T-shirts, but if that doesn't bring in more people into a stadium, if that doesn't bring more pay-per-view buys or more eyeballs to the television, he's just selling to his own fan base.
But with
the
goddamn WWE machine,
I tried to show me an old graph.
Cultivating this,
come on, Chad.
They can't push this and make this mean more. Like they naturally are able to get over like this on their own with Tony Khan's shitty shit. As far as selling merch doesn't just fly. Like, bro, if merch just flew, this is what I mean, right? Like, okay, look at is the Elite? Do they make cool merch that like you'd wear on a fucking date or something? Like that doesn't matter in wrestling. People sell
They
shirts.
sold more merch before Thanksgiving. That's your proof.
No, but listen though. But then Tony Khan like took their ass off TV and everything. And when they come out, they still get pops. Like when Max Caster comes out, dude, the crowd goes silent. Hold on, don't about there being no fans in the buildings. I know what you're thinking, awful. But listen, the crowd goes silent, and then Max Caster goes, listen, and then they fucking they react to his rhymes, all that shit. If WWE took them, I think they could cultivate this natural thing that they have and then add their shit to it, and then it would be super over. I'm X-Filesing it, but you
okay, sure.
To me, it's crazy that you don't think WWE could get them like more like actually over. I understand there's a difference.
I didn't say that. See, that's what I'm saying to you. I never asserted that ever.
Okay.
I never said if he were to ever go to WWE, he would suck. Right. But he's got. Listen, he is not shining bright enough for the WWE to see right now. He's not that guy. They've already got guys like him.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking me, I don't think they need him. But at the same time, I've always said he's arrogant and pompous, and he's not creating any waves in AEW outside of his raps. Soon as the last bar is, soon as the 16th bar hits, then the bell rings and it's over. So stop.
Yo, come on, he's not that bad in the ring, and then Bowens could carry him if they're a tag team. I think WWE could cultivate them into something big, and I'm gonna tell you this.
Great.
The chat is saying
Wonderful.
too. The chat is saying too. They're like, yo, those
they
shirts
could make
were
Tony
ugly.
Khan a great promoter as well.
People aren't buying those shirts. Like, yo, look at the LA Knight shirt. You could just like wear that shit. It looks nice.
Right.
Those people weren't buying those fucking shirts, the Acclaim shirts, because they were fly or anything. They were buying those shits because those guys were over with that audience. That's all I'm fucking saying, man. And you can't tell me that. And we've established before on the show the majority of
when you show me a chart, when you show me a chart that shows up till I don't know last week maybe, goddamn. Instead of before the holiday breaks.
I can see that. Yeah, I do concede that.
Before they became like Christmas presents for 6-year-olds. Come on now.
Oh man, I do concede that because I knew bringing that into this, I was like, yo, this is a long ass time ago, but it's still like it's when Punk was there, and then so it's when their business was like somewhat like up or favorable. Randy Orton in the crowd at UFC St. Louis right now, 14-time WWE champion, gets a fucking pop at UFC St. Louis right now. That's fucking epic, dude. Shout out Randy Orton. Sorry, awful. What were you gonna say?
That's all I got. I mean, you tried to pull the wool over my eyes, and you got caught out there trying to show me old charts.
No, dude, it's right there in big bold letters, motherfucker. You need glasses or what? No, Hairline. What do you think? What do you think about our little fucking back and forth? What's your opinion on it? Do you think WWE could blow them up, or do you agree with Awful that Caster would just be ass in WWE if he went there anyway?
That motherfucker. I never said that.
That's what you said. You're like, they already got guys like him. Nah, dude, I said he swims.
They don't need him. I never said he'd be ass in there, but his lane is filled. That's all. Come on, Phil. You gotta stop putting words in my mouth, my man.
Okay. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting, I guess, or misunderstanding.
I'm sorry, Hairline.
No, Hairline. What do you got to say, bro? What are you saying about Max Caster, dude?
First off, I just want to start with like fucking how big of a dork is this WrestleNomics guy that he's sharing a chart from back in November, you know, just to get clicks and shit, you know. But yeah, as far as NXT would definitely make them stars, you know what I'm saying? I think fucking what was the 6-man, the Bang Bang Fireman gang or whatever?
Yeah, dude, that's like a 12-man, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Bang Bang Scissor
So anyways,
gang.
all 12 of them would be great in NXT, and they could use like, you know what I'm saying, daddy ass to like help with the star power and whatnot. And also like another thing Awful said there, WWE could also make Tony Khan great, you know, not just the second best wrestling promoter.
Right.
Oh my god, dude. Okay. Sorry, I knew we were gonna get fucking into it because of this one. So moving along, guys, what are you guys up to? Let's here, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna go back into Philmark's bookmarks. 120 of yous guys watching, and I just want to check where the likes are at and all of that. Awful. I mean it, dude. You are my goddamn favorite guest. So 38 likes, guys. There's 120 watching. Let's get to 100 likes. What the fuck is going on here? Come on, guys. Let's do it. Yeah. Hey, do you hear hairline? He's telling you. He's telling you what's up. So let's read some chats here because we do got some member. Okay, nobody's pulling the wool, bro. Guys, if you join, you become a member down below. It's like 99 cents Canadian or some shit. I don't even know. And that's like fucking 79 cents American or something. Become a member, and your things are highlighted in green, and then I can read them on the thing. You know what I mean? Nobody's pulling the wool, bro. It's showing that when they were pushed, they sold merch. That was the point of the graph. I sent it. Oh shit!
Listen,
Alt Jake sent it in.
Alt Jake,
and Airline was buried.
Alt Jake,
shout out Alt Jake.
Great shout out to Alt Jake. Your data is old, my man. What can I say? You know,
at Wrestling the Old,
got old
charts.
charts.
Bowens, he can go. Yeah, Bowens can go. And people were wondering why Stone Cold wasn't at Mania. Look how much merch he's still selling. Yeah, if he wants to stay at home, he has more than enough money. Well, goddamn, Jess, I might just drink 1 beer. What? 2 beer. What? Scully vibes. I'm watching Collision. When did the Island Boys become wrestlers? Are those twins on? Dude, I'm watching the UFC because Derrick Lewis is in the main event. Not just because, like, I love the UFC and I'd rather watch it live than Collision. I can just watch Collision after. But Derrick Lewis might sign with WWE. He's been in talks with them, and he is now he's fighting in the main event, the all-time knockout leader. And thanks for tapping in with us. Guys, I just have like a silly video. I said we're going to E-Fap videos tonight. Let's E-Fap one of them, and then we'll circle back into Philmark's bookmarks. Don't worry. There's tons of stuff to get to. But here's some video with how familiar are... So I'm Canadian, right? How familiar are you guys with Trailer Park Boys?
Oh, yeah,
I know the
but I
Trailer
love
Park
it there.
Boys.
Okay, so there's a character on that show called J-Rock. Are you guys familiar with J-Rock?
Oh, yeah, microphone assassin.
Oh, yeah, dude. J to the ROC, motherfucking, know what I mean? So,
goddamn right.
Yeah, dude. So here's a video that just, that CBC, Canadian Broadcast Channel, whatever the fuck it stands. I'm Canadian, I should know this, but it's all propaganda. Third eye.
His real name is John.
No, I'm just kidding, dude. But like, who the fuck watches like regular TV anymore? No, I'm also just teasing. If you do, cool. But this just showed up in my algorithm, and here's a video. So the guy who plays J-Rock, his name is Jonathan Torrens. And in Canada, he's like a celebrity. You know what I mean? I guess he's not like an A-list guy, but he's in fucking Trailer Park Boys. He's most famous for that. But he had, like, if you lived in Canada growing up, he had like the Jonathan Torrens show, and he's like appeared in television. I'm sure he's been on Degrassi and shit. You know what I mean? So, here I want to show you guys this. This is Bret the Hitman Hart for all my Canucks out there, or people who like Bret the Hitman Hart. I just thought this was cute, and I didn't even watch the whole thing. I watched like a couple minutes, and I went, okay, we got to watch this on the show. It's titled Bret the Hitman Hart and Jeff Jarrett Explain Wrestling to J-Rock in 1994, so before he was J-Rock. And this was posted on their YouTube like a week or two ago on CBC's YouTube, so this was awesome.
That's right. I'll be honest with you. Before I went to a live event, my knowledge of World Wrestling Federation wrestling was nil. I didn't know that.
Was nil, motherfucker. J to the ROC. Dude, I would love if he just started doing the character, but this was J-Rock before he was fucking J-Rock, dude.
The names of any wrestlers. I didn't know their complicated histories. I didn't even know the good guys from the bad guys. The only thing I did know is that hundreds of thousands of people around the world are wrestling fanatics. So when I found out that the WWF was coming to the Halifax Forum, my curiosity got the best of me. I had to find out for myself what almost 5,000...
The Halifax Forum, bud. I'm not your buddy.
Oh, yeah, there, bud. It's great.
I'm not your buddy, guy. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, guy.
Yeah, guy. I'm not your guy, friend.
Ticket buyers already knew. What's the big deal? My first question to native Calgarian Bret the Hitman Hart went very smoothly. I'm pretty sure my restlessness went undetected. So what's your family think?
What's going on about Goldberg?
Yeah, where you been?
He starts burying Goldberg. Well, you know, Goldberg, in a few years, he's going to kick me in the head, and it's going to fuck me up. John JID for $2 says J-Rock before J-Rock is wild. He sounds so white. Dude, this is how I knew him. Like, oh, man, I just wish you guys knew, man. This is the thing. All these guys, like, there's a bunch of these, even Jim Carrey. Look at him when he was on, like, CBC and, like, the talent search when he was, 14 trying to be funny. Like, shit was crazy,
He
man.
was atrocious.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat as well.
This guy sounds like Chris Hansen.
Oh, my God. If he,
the guy
dude.
from To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
This is J-Rock. Have a seat.
Why don't you have a seat right over here? Have a seat right over here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, just have a seat.
I'll rap to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it turned out that wrestling had been in Bret's family for decades. His father had been a wrestling promoter in Western Canada since 1948, and his brother Owen, the King of Hearts Hart, is now one of Bret's main rivals in the WWF. And so Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who Bret actually wrestled that night, is his brother-in-law. It was an honest mistake. I got the sense from bad guy Double J Jeff Jarrett right off the bat that he felt I was a worthy interviewer.
Where have you been living? In a cave or somewhere?
Yeah, I have a small cave.
Yeah, I think so, because obviously you don't know about Double J, do you?
Oh,
And little do you know, in 20 years, I'm going to milk this money, Mark, out of more money than you could ever fathom. Oh, my God.
Bret, the odd thing.
Yeah, 30 years, actually. Jesus Christ. We're old, boys. God damn.
The odd thing.
Yeah, how's that?
No, I'm old.
How did this fan think I was doing so far? Eventually, I asked Bret and Double J what I really wanted to know. What do they say to people who say wrestling is fake?
Well, obviously they've never wrestled.
There's three things you don't argue about in life. Okay. Number one is politics. Number two is religion. And number three is wrestling.
Dude, that's a bar right there. Come on, man.
And we'll leave
We
it
say
at
it all
That's
the
a
time on the
t-shirt.
show, though. Yeah, and we say it all the time on the show. That's like how I grew up. It was like, bro, those are the things that, like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, for real. I don't care what God you pray to, who you fuck, what color your skin is, who you vote for. None of that shit. Like, just shut up. Those things should not matter. Everything else is what matters, you know? But I like how he added pro wrestling to that, because it's like true. And now look at you, fast forward 30 years, and we're all bickering like bitch ass marks, you know, online all the time. Even I'm doing it every day about pro wrestling. So it's crazy how the world shifted, man. Jeff Jarrett had it all figured out, dude.
No one wishes wrestling was fake more than I do. Unfortunately, it's not.
That is a very good question. I'll give you credit. That is a good question.
Since I was on a roll, I also
Razor Ramon
wanted to know how they stay in shape when they're on the road so much.
I train all the time, and you'd be surprised to find that a large majority, I'd say about 80% of the wrestlers train every single day.
I hit the gym every day. I'm in the gym at least 5 days a week.
I didn't train today.
What about injuries?
My ankles, my knees, my shoulders, my ribs.
Bill Goldberg, bud.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg. So I don't know, man. Still, like, Bret's keeping kayfabe alive. Jarrett had a great response, man. That was a really clever response as well, doing his part. And I don't know, dude. I'm enjoying this so far. And God damn it, man. Bret Hart's a stud.
I threw my pubic bone out about 2 weeks ago.
A lot of bumps, a lot of bruises, stitches.
When you get hurled down and thrown down and stomped on and jumped on all the time, it's impossible not to get injured.
They both successfully avoided the obvious question.
Yeah, and guys, this video's for sure, this live's gonna get for sure flagged after I fucking upload it. But after it's done, hit that like button, because I don't care. I bring to use the contents regardless of the YouTube gods.
I have
and their unholy, unbridled wrath, guys.
ask you this, just because people want to know. How much money do you make?
None of their business.
Get a little
Well, hey, Brett, we're about to find all that out later when Kevin Nash buried you in shoot interviews, how much you make. Everyone calling him the $500,000 champion or whatever.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't really expect them to answer it. It was just a clever segue into the topic of money. I couldn't believe the amount people were spending, not only on tickets at an average of $20 a pop, but also on merch.
$20, I wish.
Yeah,
Just
really.
the WWF show, a WWE show. Oh my goodness, man.
Merchandise. And the good folks at WWF Merchandise Central didn't omit one possible product option. Everything from the usual t-shirts, calendars, and programs to foam hearts, souvenir dog tags, fake championship belts, and one of the more popular items of the evening, due to the success of The Undertaker, plastic urns. Did the fans seem to think it was worth the $20 admission?
I would have paid $30. It's definitely worth it. Definitely.
Definitely, bro.
I'd pay 40.
Yeah,
I'd pay 40, brother.
Yeah, today we'd be paying 60s. So we're 70. What do
Right.
I?
Yeah, I'd pay 70, brother.
What's so fun about it? I don't get it. It's a bunch of guys in their underwear.
Yeah, that's what's fun about it, dude. And that's the thing, man. We're gonna talk about Sky Blue in a second, guys. Here or in a bit. Here's the thing: you got to get those likes up. We'll talk about Sky Blue, and she got harassed in Edmonton, bud. Speaking of Canadian wrestling, bud. So, yeah, dude, the whole thing is that, like, I'll give my opinions on it in a bit.
That poor Cupid.
Well, obviously it was fucked up, but like the ladies, dude, like there's videos, you can look them up, of like girls like touching Roman, like they can't help themselves there. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
you could say that it like, I'm not saying at all that it's okay, but then like you do. Oh man, I don't know. It's like I feel like dudes sometimes, like I try not to thirst post, but if Valerie Loretta posts like a thirst trap, you retweet it, Thurston. Guys get clowned for that. Ladies don't though, man. Like you see them like talking about getting face fucked and shit, like by like Finn Balor, and you see the signs. Look it up, dude. You can see girls just thirsting over Punk like every fucking day, and it's just like. Yeah, it's like, but like obviously the dude live, like whatever, he was talking shit to Sky Blue.
Right.
We'll get into all that, but look at these girls. They're like, he's like, what's so interesting? And then they're like, it's guys in their underwear, and they're like, no shit, I'm a teenage girl. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So I don't know, man. It's just it goes both ways. So we can't like, it's not like guys are just these uncontrollable beasts and shit. It's just fucking. There was an asshole in the crowd who was being an asshole, but we'll get into that later.
Right, and we can't forget about the gay community. You know, thanks to the first cult episode of Dark Side, where they said all the gays came out for Hulk Hogan, and this is the Hulk Hogan time here.
There you go, dude. And also, yeah, the chat was also like, and also, why can't the guys enjoy the guys? And I was like, you're right. So it's. We love everyone here at PWT. Anyway, sorry, Awful. What were you going to say?
Yeah, as long as you.
I was just going to. Yeah. I just think. Imagine Medusa or Sensational Sherry in that predicament. What they would have done, Miss Texas, formerly, yeah, Jacqueline. You know. I think in this regard, Homegirl's got a little bit too thin of a skin to be in this business if one guy is giving her shit. She may go to a college type arena, and these guys don't know her from anything else. They see her ass jiggling, and now there's 30 guys saying something. You know, what do? You can't hide in the corner and weep and go on Twitter and look for this type of sympathy. You gotta go out there and you gotta yell back. You gotta do what the legends did. Medusa wouldn't have taken that shit. Mae Young wouldn't have taken that shit. Like I said, I mean, time to, you know, and this is not to defend the guy who fucking said what he said, and it wouldn't be to defend the 30 guys who say what they say. It is just to simply that it gives you the right to fight the fuck back. That's all. You can say whatever you want to say right back to him. In fact, Saraya, I think she moved the cameraman right over to the guy, like, look at this perv. You know, that's okay
Yeah,
by me.
I have the
I
clip
mean,
right here. I'll play what you're talking about right here. I have it right here.
Yeah.
We'll just transition into this. We might as well.
So Rhea, they're very integral in the ongoing advantage for Harley Cameron in this match, Tony.
There you see a countdown face to face between the Swerve Strickland.
nothing wrong with it. I see nothing wrong with it.
I'm sure they were yelling some shit at her too about like a sex tape and stuff. Like I don't mean to insert that. I'm not pulling a Meltzer and just
Hey.
but like no. But like you got to imagine what Saraya gets yelled at her since that happened by some crowds, right? Like you need thick skin for her to just be. I mean, yeah, she knows how to handle it. It's it might be more difficult for someone like Sky Blue got plucked out early. And so did Paige, but she grinded it out as like a youngster. There's a fucking movie made about her life, a phenomenal one, by the way. And she because she started at such a young age, and so she really knows how to deal with it. Sky Blue's a little more. She got scooped up early and paid a lot and sort of protected and cultivated. But I'm not at all siding with these motherfuckers who are saying weird shit to her, dude. Not at all. Like what we're saying and what Awful was saying is like, look at how Paige handled it. Get back at them. Yeah, here's the rest of it. She was just calling them creeps and was like, fuck off. Now, what I said on the live show, and people were tagging me, and people like were tagging me, and you're probably in the chat right now. You know who you are. You're tagging me, and you were like, you guys, Phil Marks said it. Like they're in Edmonton. 20,000 people are next door at the watch party for the Canucks game. It's only the third time ever that the Canucks and Edmonton Oilers have met in the fucking Stanley Cup playoffs. So there's 20,000 people next door. The 1,500 people that showed up for that Dynamite, I don't know what someone wrestle ticks it and tag me, and I don't give a shit what the actual number is. It's probably around 2,000 people showed up. Those are the biggest degenerates in Edmonton ever. You know what I mean? So that's why this shit happened. Like you're already, it's people who would rather, it's people who are going to this AEW show either because they're wasted and like, oh, we can do this right before we go to the watch party, or they're degenerate enough to not go watch the Oilers versus the Canucks and then go to this fucking watch party. I mean, pardon me, go to this.
You can't censor what's being yelled out in the crowd.
Right. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But
that.
all I'm saying is that the people who are there are already the biggest degenerates ever in the world. I'm telling you. If you've ever been in, I'm fucking telling you. Right. So it's well,
hopefully Sky Blue learned a lesson in how to develop thick skin overnight. No, because it won't be the last time that she's going to be facing that type of heat.
Okay, so you're talking tough love, and I do agree with that, but at the same time, I will say, like, fuck those guys. Like, I'm not, whatever they said that's
easy to say. The harder thing to say is, listen, you got to buck up and get a thick skin.
It's not though, because if they might be like, dude, we didn't say shit. Like, what if they're big AEW fans and they're like, bro, we were just having fun. I don't know. That's the whole thing. But at the end of the day, it's like because here's what I want to ask you, Awful. Is it the first time Sky Blues ever had some weird shit yelled at her in a crowd? Probably not. So whatever they were saying was weird enough you think so?
Yeah, well, look how she's reacting, dude. And like, Tony keeps them sheltered in a little bubble.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's a good point, Hairline. Okay, then maybe fuck me on that one, but okay, maybe not fuck those guys. All I'm saying is that no, I agree. See, when like people were booing Maxine Dupree, I caught some heat because I came out and said, I was like, dude, if this was a house show in the 90s, like no one would even know about this. And you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want if you buy a ticket. Go to a baseball game and hear how these fucking people get yelled at when they're up at bat, dude. But like you should hear the shit that gets yelled at them. I've been to pro wrestling shows where crazy shit was chanted. I was at a pro wrestling show. I don't even want to say it. I was at a WWE live event and it was the Maximum Male Models, and I definitely did not partake in this. There was a handful of like Uber marks, couldn't see them. I was sitting too far from them, who were trying to start a kill the FA jets. You know what I'm saying, boys? Like
go ahead and say it, Phil.
No. Dude. Like that's crazy. So and I heard that, bro, and that's WWE. Even
but you
that's
can
like,
say it.
so it's I'm talking like yeah, awful. You try to get me in trouble tonight, dude. So but I'm just saying that like now I don't have to agree with the motherfuckers are saying. You buy a ticket, you can say it. If they want to kick you out of the show though, or get fucking super mad at you for what you're saying, that's their right as much as it is your right to say shit. Everyone's allowed to say shit, but if you get punched in the fucking face or something, like you're saying, Mae Young wouldn't have taken that shit. Exactly. You say some stupid shit, you win the stupid prize. You can't also be, so I can say fuck those guys because it's like whatever they were saying was enough to like, or apparently he was yelling like show more ass or show less ass or some shit. I don't know.
Kill the bundle of sticks.
So
kill the bundle of sticks.
Oh my goodness. Can I kill the Figaro? Yeah, dude. You guys
I guess all I really have to say here, man, is like as far as like them being a bunch of degenerates and whatnot.
Yeah.
At the start of the fucking show, it's like that one dude flashed his fucking girlfriend's boob. You know what I'm saying? So clearly,
people are trying to say that's an indie wrestler. I tried to ask people because, like, you know, Canada's not that big, man. It's like fucking, you know, like there's more
not
people.
that big.
Dude, there's more people in New York than there are, like, in fucking Canada, dude. Like, there's not a lot of people.
Oh no,
like, what I'm saying is that, so I'm like, you know, I have friends in Edmonton. I'm like messaging. I'm like, who is that? Someone tried to tell me that girl's a dancer, but there's no confirmation on that. And then no one knows who the fuck. But disciplinary committee, shout him out, was saying, he's like, dude, those are indie work wrestlers that they put in the front row of AEW to make it look more like a party vibe. And I went and I just said, yo, hold on.
I believe it. I mean, goddamn, only a couple weeks ago they had seat fillers.
Yes, but then I asked around and I was like, nah, dude, because I'm like, maybe that guy is. I'm like, maybe that dude is because he's pretty jacked up. But I was like, man, like that girl, like she was wasted. She was trying to like dap up Saraya and stuff. She's like, no, come here. Like Saraya was going through it. I wish somebody clipped that too. She was going through it at that Edmonton event. Wasn't good, man. It was, you know, and like Tony should have the foresight to know that don't go then because the fucking, you know what I mean, dude? Like the playoffs are on and there's going to be 20,000 people next door watching the fucking Oilers, one of the fucking best teams with two of the best players in the league, you know, playing in the fucking playoffs, dude. Like you got to know that. You got to know not to go then. Oh no, we'll get the Oilers fans next door first. Like that's probably what he thought. It's like that's
cool
such
would
like
it be? How cool would it be if
what's up?
If AEW took place in like a high school gym? Like every week they go to different high school gyms and just really make it a more intimate setting. Maybe I'm just dreaming.
I mean, I'm not arguing.
I mean, it's on the cheap. You know, the locals get to come out. The high school kids get to come out. It's a raucous crowd. I mean, I am talking straight through my ass, but I just had that thought like, yeah, why not do high school gyms? What the fuck?
Right. I was going to say maybe not high school gyms, but just smaller buildings in general. And I thought you were being genuine there, you piece of shit. Awful motherfucking wrestler. You never know. No, dude. So here, this is just absolutely disgusting. This was tweeted out, r/squared circle on Reddit. Watched an awful thing happen involving Sky Blue tonight at the ROH taping. A man in the front row continued to make vulgar comments about Sky, commenting on her body, calling her baby girl, the whole shebang. That's what I mean, dude. You don't, hey, baby girl, like that to me is just like, you're a loser, dude. The whole match wouldn't stop when people around him told, especially when like she's got more money than you, bro. Don't fucking call her baby girl. For real, dude.
What if she was called? What if she was called? What if she was called a cunt? The whole time, like, come here, you cunt! You suck. I mean,
and like fuck those guys. Like, I wouldn't yell at a wrestler whether I liked or disliked them a cunt unless it was like Don Callis or the Young Bucks or something. You know?
I mean, come on now. All I'm saying is like Sky Blue. It's a long road ahead, sweetheart. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Fucking awful, awful. The whole match wouldn't stop when people around him told him to shut the fuck up. He just got louder. Aubrey Edwards finishes refereeing the match and screams for him to no joke, just screams for him to be kicked out to security. So Aubrey Edwards, Dawn Stevens them from the crowd. Oh shit!
Wow.
Aubrey
DMCA
Edwards,
straight from the seat.
Dawn Stevens them from the fucking arena. AEW security and arena security were involved. More people were called when he put up a fight. He had a child with him. See, that's what I mean. Hey, baby girl. He's like with a kid. Like, you couldn't be more cringe, bro. That's so cringy. Sky
My
left
son
the
needs
ring.
a stepmom.
Oh my god. Yeah, Nick Wayne's mom. It was Christian.
Yeah.
He's sitting there with Nick Wayne. Sky left the ring quickly and was very upset. Really awful thing to observe in 2024. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Yeah, I said my bit on that, man. Anybody have anything else to add to the creepers in the crowd, the Canuckian creepers in the crowd there in Canada?
Guy Blue's gonna show up next week in a bodysuit
Oh, dude, like
and a
Crown
hijab.
Jewel. One of the Crown Jewel.
Yeah. She's gonna always think she's in Jeddah.
Man, Hairline, your thoughts on Sky Blue? Just put a bow on it for us.
SCW is a very safe work environment.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. So speaking of ladies speaking out, I guess. What a gross transition. The Tonga twins, who I've been trying to research if they're related to the bloodline in any way, shape, or form. They were performing in Women of Wrestling. Wow. And they started hashtag fuck wow. And I follow them both. Because I'm just like, okay, Samoan bloodline shit, let's go. Tongan shit, let's go. But they said we will be speaking out soon, but for now we'll leave it here. To all the women who are scared to speak up, we stand for you, like in WoW. So what the fuck's going on there? You will no longer see us on WoW because we spoke up. You can't do this to good people who sacrifice their family. So evil. Mess with us, you mess with our kids and family. That's personal. So like, whoa, what's going on in WoW, dude? You know what I mean? I have no idea what's going on there. And so wait on it. Tonga twins are now free agents. The marathon continues. Tonga twins is us. I don't know. Do we get a Tonga twins versus Naomi and Nia Jax? Am I fantasy booking? What do you guys think about some Rossi Ogawa shit's gonna come out? What do you think about that? And by the way, I can't confirm that these guys are bloodline or whatever. I can't actually confirm that.
I got nothing to say about these two. I don't know too much about them.
Okay. Hairline, what about you?
Yeah, I just feel it's very Kenny Omega of them. How like they go, well, it's gonna come out one day, but I can't talk about it now. And it's just so like, man, selling the sizzle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I was like, damn, maybe they'll show up in WWE. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Anyways, though, Edge talks to our favorite Chris Van Vliet, and he revealed that. Let me see here. I lost it. Sorry, guys.
Don't you hate when Twitter does that?
Yeah, dude. I get the blue check so I can organize my bookmarks into folders for the show. But then everybody's gonna say I just tweet the shit I tweet out for clicks, and I don't like the idea of that because it's like, no, I tweet my shit out because it's genuine. I don't give a fuck about trying to make money off Twitter or whatever the fuck other people are doing. Not hating if you have a blue check. It's just that's how I feel about it. Anyways, though, Cultaholic says Adam Copeland has revealed that he began contract talks with AEW the day after his WWE deal expired. And he said it happened so quick. My contract with WWE was up on, I want to say, September 21st. That's when I started talking to Tony Khan. It was September 22nd, and Wrestle Dream was October 1st. So it all happened within a week. It felt like I'd done everything that I was going to do with WWE. I'd worked with people I wanted to work, 95% anyway. And it really just felt that they were on a direction and I was on another direction, and they were kind of going separate ways. So Edge and AEW started talking immediately. You got to think Christian was just calling him on the phone like, yeah, come the fuck over here and get this guy's big money for like 3 years and
Oh
then
yeah.
go retire in WWE. You know what I mean? You gotta
Christian was probably on a favored nations clause, like, get over here,
Yeah.
Edge, I need your money.
Oh shit. So he definitely won't retire in AEW, but yeah, he knew, it's seeming like he knew, like, yeah, I'm just gonna go grab this bag real quick and I'll be right back, you know? Hairline, what do you think?
Yeah, basically fucking what you guys said there is fucking quickly get in the bag and then he'll be out. But hold on.
Yes.
He's completely tarnished like his whole career in this
Oh,
fucking.
a lot of people say that because he was their all-timer. Hairline, I know you have him up there. You love this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. No, I love Edge, not Adam Copeland. Two different guys.
And you love Judgment Day from the OG days, the
Judgment Day
original days.
purple.
So tell me about it, man. How has Edge tarnished his legacy in AEW?
Because he's wrestling stupid fucking triple tag matches against fucking jobbers or stupid shit like that, man. Like fucking, Tim and Eddie Kingston and fucking Mark Briscoe versus yada yada yada. And so like this doesn't even make sense. And, okay. Oh my god. Let's break down the fucking his match with fucking Rhea Ripley's fucking simp ass boyfriend. Like all the no selling and all. Dude, the constant no selling and then the over dramatic selling. And then he's going to do a no fucking DQ match against fucking Burger King. Lazy booking. But anyways, like he's just ruining his body. So like what is going to be his fucking return to WWE? Even just fucking managing or like, you know?
No, not managing. You think managing? No, he'll
Well,
wrestle.
is he going to be able to
Christian
wrestle?
will win the tag belts one time and then fucking retire. Yeah. Like the way the Hardys did when like Vince was hoping they retired, but then they stuck around another 10 years.
You don't think that these guys remember Edge's last match in WWE where they gave him the fanfare of a lifetime for somebody who was just going to go over across the street to AEW? They weren't going to plan something like that if he wasn't going to make that move. When he comes back, and he will come back, not as some fucking accountant named Adam Copeland, but as Edge, he's going to be right back where he is. But it's just like, okay, what will you be able to contribute to us other than a Hall of Fame speech? After that, I mean, beat it. There's no need for you to become another tag team champion or another intercontinental champion. I don't know what role you put Edge in, but don't put him back in the ring.
Fair enough, man. And speaking of like legends in WWE possibly reuniting, Jim Ross doesn't think that he and Jerry Lawler have called their last match together. Jerry Lawler infamously, because it's Jerry Lawler, I'm speaking so grandiose about him, but he did not renew his contract that he had with WWE, but he is still on a Legends deal, of course. So, and then Jim Ross, of course, I believe he's just like Sting. I think he's been on a Legends deal this whole time with WWE, just he's over in AEW. And Jim Ross signed a 1-year deal like a month ago or something like that with AEW, but I don't know, man. Do you think Tony Khan springs the money and tries to bring Jerry Lawler in for maybe All In or something like that, Wembley with him and Jim Ross or something crazy like that? Do you think that ever happens?
No.
Okay. You just don't think Jerry Lawler would do it? He's too loyal?
No. First off, that's wasted money right there. That's budget money you got to have now. Now you're blowing it on Jerry the King Lawler. And what sort of audience is Jerry the King Lawler going to bring in?
Well, no. We're not talking about logical thinking. We're talking about what would Tony Khan do?
Even Tony Khan wouldn't do such a dumb thing.
Oh, no, don't. You can't say that. You can never convince me Tony Khan's not dumb enough to do something. You understand what I'm saying by that?
If he does bring in Jerry Lawler, it won't be to announce. It'll probably be to show his face, raise the crown, all that shit, say that we got him for the night. He's on loan. Yeah. And that'll be about it. But as far as like calling any sort of match, what's he gonna do? He's just gonna pull out his old playbook of jokes and run from there. And we've heard them all.
Puppies are great.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, there's 130. We've been like above 130. Fucking insane. Dude, the other day I was live streaming and we were outdrawing Wrestle Inc. That's been around for like a long ass time. But here's the problem, you punk motherfuckers. There's only 57 likes. We need to get those likes to at least 100. There's 130 of you watching. Let's get those likes to 100. I'm polishing my flute right now. And I know you guys know what that means. And we're polishing it up. But there's other videos to E-Fap and there's other things to do. And also, our good friend Awful Wrestling, he does need to get the fuck out of here. So I want everyone in the chat to give a huge round of applause for Awful Wrestling for joining us. One of my all-time favorite guests. Yeah, everyone show him love. Go and check him out on X if you don't follow him already. How many followers do you have, Awful?
A little over 8,000, I guess.
Jesus Christ, bro. I got like 1.3K, dude. Like your body and shit. Yeah, and I just all I'm saying is like you guys all probably already follow Awful, okay? But if you don't, go and check him out. You post funny shit. You do good little edits. I cover your tweets on the show. The good folks know. The good PWT listeners know. I go over your tweets. I've watched your edit. You made that. You do little edits sometimes. I love your shit, dude. And I love when you come on the show. I love when me and you get into it. Honestly, it's my favorite thing in the world. And I just appreciate you being here so frequently, man. You and I have been watching a lot of wrestling together as of late. And we got to do something for like the 26th, I think is Double or Nothing. Isn't that AEW's marquee pay-per-view in America?
Okay.
So let's get it going, man. We'll do a live stream and you're welcome back here anytime. Where can the people find you and what do you have going on, Awful?
I'm on twitter.com/awful wrestling, AEW FUL wrestling. You can check me out there. You can also check me out every Tuesday on Toonie Talk Wrestling Live. This week we're going to have James from the co-host of Cafe de Renee. He's going to be on the panel with us. And I think there's going to be a special start time at 7 p.m. So it's 1 hour before NXT. So come on down. You can check us out on Toonie Talk at Toon Wrestling. Sorry.
Toon Wrestling. No. I'm sorry.
Yes,
is
YouTube.
It 7? Is it 7 Eastern? Is it 7 Eastern time? Is that what it is? Or is it?
You know what? I'll get back with all of you. But
get back to me on that because do you know what?
I think it's going to be 7 Eastern this Tuesday because James is across the pond.
Yeah. Okay, that's good because I keep jumping in late, and Marv's like, "Don't worry, you can come in late." And I'm like, "I feel so bad," but I come in late. I got some shit going on that day on Tuesdays. You know what I mean? So I come in a little late.
You just wake up. That's what happens. You just wake up. Oh shit! It's 8:05.
From my mom's basement. Yeah, from my mom's basement. You guys already know. Eating Cheeto dust flying around. No, but I got something going on, so I come in a little late. But that might work good, and I could be there actually on punctual for that one. So, hey, man.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody really wants you there, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll set this one up. YouTube.com/Toon Wrestling, Toonie Talk Wrestling with Marv. You can find AEW Disciplinary Committee, Awful Wrestling, and all the other good folk over there. But Awful,
Apollo, AEW Neckbeard.
Yes.
And of course, Bill Marks sometimes.
Yes, Bill Marks sometimes. I come in late. I got X-Pac heat. I do my own thing. You know what I mean? But listen. Awful. I love you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, he loves me. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, that is what's called a true glazing. Thank you very much. Thank you, Phil, for having me on there. And we'll talk later. Peace.
Awful, man. That was awesome that he tapped in. Jesus, one of our favorite guests. We have a super chat here for $2. Christopher Daniels just bitched out the Bucks. Shit, we're missing some stuff because I'm watching the UFC. Bruh, we're missing some collision action. I'll have to watch it and get back. Maybe we'll watch it after these fights are done. I can throw on the replay or whatever. Thank you for the $2 super chat. If a clip, John JID, if there's a clip on X, tag me in that shit. I'll play it on the show. You know what I mean? We'll do it right here. We'll do it live. Yeah. So guys, get those likes up. 132 of you in here. We definitely need to get those likes to 100. And I want to talk about Dave. I want to talk about Kenny Omega talking about Dave. I want to talk about a few different things. One of the things I wanted to talk about, right? This is an E-Fap episode. We said we're going to E-Fap videos. A good friend of the show, Grapple Vision, good friend of the show. I should really get who we should get these people on the show is what we should do. But we're gonna fire up that fucking flute. Don't worry. It's probably already up, the Twitter clip of it. Someone's got to tag me. Thanks, Chad. Awesome as always. Thank you, Awful Man. You're the shit. The AW audio crew is also there on Tuesday. PWT needs to be on Marv's cast. Yeah, I mean, I'm on there usually every Tuesday. Hairline, I'm sure, is more than welcome. We'll do that the week after.
Guys, fucking just to like shoot on real life and whatnot, and like so, like I'm a cook, I'm a chef.
He's cooking.
Part of that is like getting up. Yeah, I have to like open up the kitchen, so you have to wake up really early to do that shit. So I go to sleep really fucking early, guys.
Exactly.
So,
that's Hairline. And then he's also on the road and shit too. So that's like important to, you know what I mean? Being a road dog, bro. It is, man. You got to do the goddamn thing.
I guess some more like work, shoot, work, shoot, work, shoot. Anyways, we tried while I was on tour. Like I brought my laptop with, and it's just like the Wi-Fi was being crappy in the hotel room.
Yeah, you're using that shitty hotel Wi-Fi. Everyone knows what that is. Every guy knows what that is, dude. That shitty hotel Wi-Fi. You bring your laptop, you try to watch Netflix. Be fucking up. I just tagged you in Dave's response to Kenny. Love it. Thank you, Scully. We're gonna check that out. I just sent it to you on Twitter. So okay, this is Phil Marks notifications, I guess. Okay, guys. This isn't quite my bookmarks. This is what people fucking tagged me in.
New segment debut.
We pull the curtain back here. This is the Daniels clip. They look like little bitches. Okay. So let's see this. Here's the Daniels clip. We're going to get Don Stevens. So guys, hit that like because, man, I'd be playing you guys like CBC is going to come get me, guys. It's every fucking show. I'm dealing with some shit, but I want to bring you guys the best stuff. And we actually got to get a mailing list going because we're going to figure out I'm going to figure out a whole way where none of this will matter. Shout out YouTube. Love you. But those overlords, man, they like to crack down. So does Don Stevens. They run a tight ship. Here we go. Here's this segment. And last Wednesday after Dynamite, it's what Punk said. People like to show up to the building and they like to fucking film all their vignettes for 3 weeks and then they can go home for 3 weeks. Do you know what I mean? So here we go. Rick Shaw with a winky face in chat. What are you fucking... Yeah, is that Don Stevens? You're going to pull me down or what, bro? Here we go. He's just waiting for it. He's like, I'm waiting, dude. Well, pull your ass.
Yeah,
why does...
Let them measure you a lot better, bro.
Yeah, dude. And why is this dude... He's got a good look going, man. Jack Perry. You know, he does. But it's like...
He just sucks at everything else.
Yeah, so... And guys, we're going to pause this a lot in the comments. Oh, why are you pausing? Because I have to, okay? I'm going to get fucking Aubrey Edwards, you know,
I'm leaving.
Pulling this video.
I'm leaving the chat.
Here we go.
And I've never been so goddamn miserable.
Pause it again. I'm sorry.
No.
He looks like that. He looks like that Amish kid. Like, okay, you know when the Amish get to like go off and experience real life, and then they get to decide if they're going back to being Amish or into real life. That's what Jack Perry looks like. That he chose real life because his fucking look. His crappy ass mustache and like, man.
His girl Anna Jay should be with him and he should be like slapping her on the ass and going, go get this for me. Hey, this now, or you here. Kiss her, push her away. Like he should be going, because AEW lets you push the boundaries, right? Jack Perry should be going Lexus King times fucking 10 right now. Because he has the opportunity, but he's not smart enough to do it. And no one's going to allow him to do it.
Marquee in the arena.
No, none of them are smart enough to do it. Like, why is Anna Jay get her with him right now just as like an object? Oh, you use her as an object? She's more than that. Exactly. That's why it's a good story. Like, Jack Perry looks like a kid with Down syndrome. Shaggy Filth. Hey, man, come on, dude.
$2.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, $2 just to say, come on, bro. But hey, we appreciate you nonetheless. So definitely you get a fucking, because that you just shot on that dude right there out of nowhere. Yeah. But god damn, man, that's shout out people with Down syndrome. Here we go.
I cannot wait.
And soon we'll be on Rumble, guys. Do you guys know Rumble? Because we might some of you motherfuckers that come on this show. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna start streaming to there as well. It's coming up soon. Like, it's gonna be simulcasted and stuff. Because yeah, you got Awful saying crazy shit on the show, and you got the Chappie saying crazy shit. It's like, money in your 5-year career. Who got you this comfy job? Bro, they just reaffirm all the shit that everybody fucking clowns on them. Fucking lackey now. Come on, dude. Like 90% of the people don't even didn't recognize who the fuck you were when you walked up. It's like if just all of a sudden Adam Pearce walked up on. No, just kidding. Shout out Adam Pearce. He blocked me though, dude. So I gotta fucking. No, I love you, dude. Unblock me.
This job. I earned this job.
Dude, I've only ever put over Adam Pearce too. That shit makes me want to cry, dude. Because I looked up I'm like, why haven't I seen his tweets in a while? Like, I noticed it because I fucking followed him. I like his shit. All of a sudden, I'm unfollowed. God damn it, man. And I'm like, who fucking hairline's burying Adam Pearce all the time? It's like,
the funniest part is like that he's vanity searching himself and then like finding the clip, and not only finding the clip, but then like searching us on Twitter. And
no, I don't think he's doing that. I think he just, I don't know, man.
How did he know? Explain it then.
Because somebody could have like buried us to, like, somebody could have been like, yeah, Pro Wrestle Times, because man, like we do like rip on wrestlers and shit. Like we keep it real. Like we keep it real, keeping it 100. Some hot news, but like, you know what I mean, dude? We like, so it could have somewhere, because we know. Like, dude, okay, we made that clip about Danhausen, like, and it was like he steals merch ? And then we like questioned it, and we okay, well then all of a sudden I'm blocked by Danhausen. So it's like, I don't fucking hate Danhausen. You know what I mean? I love him, actually. I've always said he's misused. Yeah, dude, he fucking blocked me, man. He blocked me. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, it is what it is, right? You catch strays, like, or you get. And like I knew that would happen going into this. I already did, but it was just a matter of like, God damn it, Adam Pearce, really? Like, come on. It's like, it was almost like a bit where you'd kind of trash him, and I'm like, oh no, come on now, you know. So I don't know. It is what it is, man.
And I put my own career off to the side.
And who knows if he even listened to it? He might have saw a tweet. He might have saw me arguing with a Mark, and he'd go in toxic account. And I don't blame people for that either. You know, I get an hour to spare. I'll argue with a couple Marks. You know. Zach Morris Saved by the Bell shit. That was pretty bad, man. I don't I don't know. I don't really. It's super uninteresting, and but it's a collision angle. It's an angle for collision. My word, man. Super silly, guys. We're 1 like away from 69, which the chat always calls for every show. 69 likes. I didn't start that. Okay. But yeah, we need 1 more like, and then there's 128 of you watching. We get to like 130 over that. We got to get to like 100 likes, but let's at least get to 69. Can we do that? When you guys like it? We're gonna E-Fap some more videos. We got Phil Mark's bookmarks. We've only been going for an hour and a half, guys. Now, I'm not saying tonight's gonna be like a 6.5 hour one, like we've done a few times, or I've sat here with like 5 hours with you guys, but definitely we got much more to get to. So I want to dive back into Phil Mark's bookmarks, and we're going to do that. Just get those likes up, guys, and I'd appreciate that so much. Hairline, what do you have going on tonight? Are you watching Collision? Do you have any sort of wrestling going on in the homestead? What's your whole vibe like? How have you been? Tell the folks about tour. Just talk to the folks for for a couple minutes, man. I'm gonna run and grab. I'll be back in 4.5 milliseconds, but just talk to the good PWT listener.
Oh, the hairline show, huh?
Yeah, dude, you're taking over. It's an invasion. It's an invasion angle. Just kidding. Let's go though. Let's hear it though. And I'll be back in literally 4 seconds. I'm just gonna run to the fucking kitchen. I'll be right back. But yeah, just tell
it's all
the
good, man.
what have you been
Well-
up to? What's going on, man? And what are you doing tonight? Do you have any wrestling going on tonight?
I don't. Yep. See, okay. So spoilers, everyone. The unfortunate start here is I'm not watching any wrestling right now. I'm doing the podcast and I'm talking to the PWT universe, and I was also talking with Phil and Awful here. But yeah, guys. So like, I was recently on tour and whatnot. Just got back. That was my whole absence from the show this time. As I was performing, doing some shows and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, guys, I am glad to be back. I've been watching wrestling the whole time. So I don't know. I think WWE's been firing on all cylinders. AEW's been a complete shit show. You know, I'm enjoying Timeless Tony Storm. I'm enjoying Mariah May. So it's great. So besides that, I don't know, man. I'm just like, it's cool that we finally hit the 3,000 subscribers on the PWT Clips channel. So again, shout out to all of you guys. We appreciate that and whatnot. And then yeah, if you haven't, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. You know, we did hit the 69, so we can celebrate the 69. Let's see here in the chat and whatnot. So we got Adam Copeland versus Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know, man. Like fucking, I'm not vibing with Kyle O'Reilly right now because of the whole homeless look. Not my
Homeless look.
bag. You know what I'm saying? Doug, he does look homeless, doesn't he?
I think it's pathetic how they built that Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly match as well. Like, there's way more you could do with that. Definitely. So, guys, okay, and then yeah, he's just fighting Edge. It's like, what the fuck? So here we're gonna E-Fap this video. We're not getting into the Kenny shit, and I'm not fucking dusting the flute off. We got to get to 100 likes. Absolutely, we got to. There's been so many. We're at 74 now. Yeah, so just keep liking. Even if you're a hater, just hit like, because I know why you're here. But first and foremost, I want to share this video. Grapple. Oh fuck, this thing's always up. So Grapple Vision. Shout them out. Round of applause. Yeah, people in the chat are asking about. That's not what hairline looks like. Hey, that picture.
No, that's Emerald J. Yeah,
that's Emerald J's literal hairline. Now, if you guys don't know, hairline fucking beefs with he doesn't give a fuck, man. People catch strays. If you are in the IWC, if you are in the chat anywhere, he doesn't give a fuck. And Emerald J, who's like a good commentator and stuff,
yeah, man, he does do good work. I'm right. Like, and like that's the other thing about me and you here quickly is like we put shit over when it's good. You know, he does do good work, but there's also times where his voice breaks and then he acts like a little girl. Or he's pandering for fucking like handouts on fucking Twitter, you know, like, oh, here's my Venmo. Can somebody send me something? Because I have to sit here and I have nothing to eat. And it's all like, dude, you're a fucking dork. He's a pizza delivery boy. You know what I'm saying? That's why he doesn't have any
but
fucking
don't clown
money
that.
for
Like,
his
if that's
bag.
your hustle, dude, that's cool. Like, I used to deliver pies back like
Okay,
years ago.
no, listen, clown on him for it, dog. He can't afford some fucking snacks at the fucking airport, and he's supposed to be this fucking ring announcer.
Yeah, I guess it's like, yeah, prioritize your shit.
Together,
No, I get it.
job.
But listen, man, I always liked him. But yeah, Hairline's always had like beef with him and just is like, he's a dork and shit. And so that's why Hairline's Hairline. That's literally where his nickname comes from, because his Twitter handle was like Emerald's Hairline, and then Emerald's Hairline Twitter got fucking pulled away.
Yeah,
or pulled away. Jesus, like the Titanic. Sorry, guys. I'm also watching UFC at the same time. Yeah. But anyways, guys, Wrestling Gets Real, Volume 33. I didn't watch this. This dropped today. Shout out Grapple Vision. Go and subscribe. Go and hit like on this video. Show them some love. And I didn't watch this yet. It's 10 minutes, and we're going to E-Fap videos tonight because it's what I wanted to. I was like, dude, we're going to chill. We're going to get into the Kenny shit, but I want to just E-Fap some stuff. You know what I mean? Because I didn't watch this yet. There's a bunch of I didn't watch that Jonathan Torrance thing either. There's all these things I wanted to catch up on. And yeah, so here's when wrestling gets real. Now, guys, if you joined before on a live, we watched and it got gruesome with like New Jack and the mass transit incident. Sorry, that was like the old school one. So sorry, I'm not going to go back there and do that yet. He dropped a new one. We're going to do his new one. Okay, so it'll be a little more chill. But this one involves Lesnar, Strowman, Vader, and Stan Hansen, Dan Severn, and Owen Hart. And this is when wrestling gets real. Now he's covered all the brutal ones from the past. Wrestling's more tame now. There haven't been that many crazy shoots, and so these are more tame. Trust me. This one will be, if you were there the one time, like we covered this one before and people were just tuning out because of it was the mass transit incident. They were like, oh, fuck this. But yeah, guys, here, we're going to play Wrestling Gets Real and go give them a like and a follow.
Hell yeah. Remember when we were doing this on Patreon?
Yeah, dude, I do. Oh, dude, he added in the intro Punk and Perry.
Where's Tony Khan?
Tony's like,
oh, the monitor's right there. Okay.
Yeah, dude, come on, man. You know what, though? And I don't mean to talk shit, but yeah, we never got Don Stevens. Like, I covered all that Punk shit, dude. It was crazy. Did a live stream, and there was 12K people that I reached throughout the night, dude, during the Jack Perry shit, and never got pulled down. Never got Don Stevens. I did it in a really smart way, though. People get mad in the comments. Jesus, play the video. Don't pause the video. It's like, then you go watch the video.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, like you just go watch it. Like people want to watch it.
You haven't watched it.
Jesus, if we were drunk sitting in my house, I'd be pausing it like this and going, yo, you know what I mean? So this is why the fucking show exists. Okay, so let's go. There's mass transit.
But the reality was, he did drop me right on my head. Ironically, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, dude. So Dan Severn, UFC legend. I'm watching UFC right now. Main event with Derrick Lewis about to go off. And Dan Severn, one of the GOATs, man, one of the OGs, I believe over like 100 fights. And he straight up talked, and it shows up here in the corner, how he got legitimately tombstoned by Owen. So Austin, not the only guy to get his, to get this move botched. I didn't realize this. I thought Owen never did it again. And this is in the Danger attire. So I believe that's after he broke Austin's neck. So let's dive into this here.
He did drop me right on my head. Ironically, Stone Cold Steve Austin called me up.
Wow, that was pretty stiff hairline.
Well, yeah.
I don't, dude.
Stiff as fuck.
I'll say somewhere in the last, 10, 12 months ago, he called me up out of the blue, my cell phone. And he goes, Dan, it was a Stone Cold Steve Austin here. He says, I know that we didn't talk much when we were both working for Vince. And he said, you had your thing to do, and I had my thing to do. He said, a friend of mine just showed me a video just recently. And he goes, I had to give you a phone call. He said, Owen Hart. Well, I mean, he basically said Owen Hart fucked up.
So Austin called Severn and said, Owen Hart fucked up and dropped you on your head. And he would know.
What?
So what? I don't have it on the soundboard yet, hairline. God damn it. What?
Okay, so I'll get the what, and then I'll get the tribal chief.
Yeah, get me a pack and get me where Dave Meltzer goes, Tony Khan. Get me that one too.
Huh?
Tony Khan. And then boost the volume as well. Sorry, guys, we're doing behind. Yeah, fuck all that. Let's get into
this. He literally dropped you on your head. He should not sit down on his butt. He should drop down to his knees. And I go, he did.
Dude, you can see his head under his ass, dude. Look at this.
Down to his knees.
Look. You can see.
Oh
my God! Did you guys see that?
He did. He did incorrectly. He goes.
I'm so sorry. We're breaking this down, guys. I'm so sorry. Look at this. We got to bring it to the right frame where you can see his head outside of his
but he
ass.
should drop down to his knees.
Do you see? That's his head. That's Severn's head, dude. Now, is it his hair? Maybe a bit, but that's his head, bro.
I go, yeah, he
Oh.
did. He did it incorrectly. He goes, are you okay? I go, I can't come up with a little comical line. I go, mentally or physically, you know, and
See, it takes a mental
kind of
toll.
kick out of one
It
line.
takes a mental toll on you as well, dude.
I said, honestly, Steve, I hit the top of my head and I had a bolt of lightning run down my spine and run down my leg. I said, it was all part of the angle. As I laid there, I didn't try to bring any attention to myself, but as I laid there,
Now, Owen Hart, hairline, do you consider him one of the GOATs? Like, obviously Brett is, but Owen, do you consider him? Because to me, I'm always like, he's the biggest what if ever. But it's like, why did he do that to these bigger guys, do you think? Because he was used to doing that move to like smaller guys in Calgary? Like, why did he drop Austin and Severn on their fucking heads, do you think?
Maybe he just like felt like they didn't belong, or like, you know, I guess I'm kind of X-File there.
Yeah, that's crazy. You thought he really hurt people, was like malicious?
Well, like, God, well, like, who is this guy? Like, to write? Obviously, I know he's a UFC legend and whatnot, but like back then in WWE, who was he? This is just Owen
Dude,
Hart,
he walked into
injuring some
WWE with the NWA title, dude. And the
Oh, I saw
and
like
the
an ad.
UFC title. He had the UFC title and the NWA title.
Well,
He's
I
a
go on-
legend.
It was Owen being a dick then?
I don't know. That's why I was just
Right.
asking you, but goddamn, hairline just hit us. He was hurting people for real. Black helicopters.
Owen's definitely a
surrounded us.
goat.
Yeah. Derrick Lewis is coming out. Let's hear from another Derrick Lewis, a UFC heavyweight legend who's interested in signing with the WWE, which has been the through line sort of through this show thus far, and he's stepping into the octagon right now. Let's hear from Dan Severn, though.
So that my hands are still moving and that I could still move my toes. And even at one point, because I think, I don't know if Owen realized at that point in time that he screwed up or he hurt me, and he knelt down because he's still trying to keep in match performance mode. So he kind of whispers, he goes, if he reaches out, grabs my hand, he goes, if you're okay, squeeze my hand. I did not squeeze his hand. And
Jesus Christ, man. He almost ended Dan Severn's fucking career too.
Right.
Maybe Owen just got sloppy, but I think they're spaced out because when he dropped Austin on his head, it was still pink and black attack. He's wearing the danger gear, so this is a long ass time later. Owens just needed to stop doing the drop pile. I know. I didn't even know he did it again. I thought he did stop. So this is crazy to me. Like, this is why fucking Grapple Vision, go like and subscribe. Like, this is what we bring here at PWT, is some good content like this, other people's content that then I talk about with you guys. But for real, these videos,
you're like
I love Grapple
Dyrdek.
Vision. Like, dude, I'll E-Fap the whole channel. He's got some of the most incredible videos, or they have some of the most.
And the match went on to do is like, okay, paramedics are called in. I'm taking off on the backboard, neck brace, backboard. They carry me back. As soon as they get me back past the curtain, I get off the backboard, and that's when Owen Hart comes up to me and he's like, question me. He goes, why did you squeeze my hand? But that's when I basically went after Owen. I mean,
why didn't you squeeze my hand? Well, you dropped me on my fucking head, bud. Like, what are you?
Not that's going to beat him up right then and there, but I mean, I went after him more, thumping him on the chest, the old thumping here, and I go, why did you drop me on my head for real? I said, you are a trained professional. I go, you're Owen Hart. I go, you're part of the Hart legacy. I said, if anyone should know how to do something correctly, you and the lineage.
And that's what I'm saying is what Severn's saying, right? So that's where me with the that's where the black helicopters go off. Because he should be, if anybody knows how to fucking tombstone a motherfucker, and he's only done the sit out, like, how many times did he do it? Those are like the 2 times. I've seen him do it other times in like highlights, but this is the only times that come to mind. And this one doesn't even come to mind until I just saw it now, but the Austin one infamously. So it's like, he has to know what he's doing, but he wouldn't purpose. Owen's known for ribbing people, but it's not a rib to drop them on their head. I don't like to think he'd be malicious. So who knows, man? You know this, but
then maybe he was being sloppy.
yeah, but
Twice,
Severn's
though?
like,
I
of
don't
all
know, man.
people, though, who are you? Like, you're the like you would know how to do this safely, right? So that's my conspiracy. Fucking ears go off. You know, what were you gonna say, Hairline? Sorry.
No, yeah, I don't know, man. Like maybe he was just being sloppy, but then
Yeah,
again,
sloppy
he's a
shot.
heart.
Yeah.
Should a heart be sloppy? Like that doesn't
No.
make sense either. Like
Yeah,
right.
that's where I'm like, why is it slop, or is it just that he was fucking
I'd
around?
say
that you came
I
with.
would say listen, well, here's the thing. I'd say we could ask Brett, but you would just start shooting on Goldberg, so it doesn't matter.
I was livid. And then if I should ever have you in the ring again, I said, I will not take care of you whatsoever. I mean, I was pissed because literally I know I dodged a bullet. I mean, it was sad to see what happened what was Owen's demise, with the blue blazer gimmick and stuff like that. But that's I tell people all the time there, James, that I've been hurt far worse in my professional wrestling career than I have been in all my cage fights. And I go, that's wrong.
So here's like a super fight champion legend, Dan Severn, saying, I've been hurt more in pro wrestling than I ever have in my pro fighting career. And Logan Paul, even though he hasn't really had crazy fights, but he even says it like, dude, fighting Kevin Owens is tougher than fighting Floyd Mayweather. You know, like, hey, I get my ass beat, and obviously he's like way bigger than Floyd Mayweather, and that's a joke if he even thinks that's legit anyways. But it's the truth about pro wrestling, man. It is a tough fucking, it's so layered and it's so tough. And even a legend like Dan fucking Severn's like, bro, I got beat up way more in wrestling than MMA ever. And yeah, I mean,
in Owen Hart's defense, Owen Hart always tended to put like a little bit of baby oil on his arms and on his chest because it made his muscles glisten when he went out there. So maybe it was the application of that, or maybe the fact that I'm kind of deceptive on my weight. I weigh more than what I look. I'm a little bit more denser.
Big bone.
But it could be a combination of those things. But at the same token,
I'm adjusting my mic and shit. But in defense of Owen Hart, he's saying in defense of Owen, like, he put baby oil on. Maybe I didn't have a good enough grip, and he didn't have a good enough grip on me. Here's the scary thing about that tombstone is that, let's say, this is what I always think about, right? And I did some backyard wrestling, like ish wrestling, right? And like, I've taken a tombstone from like a smaller, my little brother, just keep it shooting from the hip here. Not that I've ever wrestled, but it's like something that I don't want to do because he's smaller than me. Owen's smaller than Severn, and what he's saying deceptive about his weight, especially not in the height, like in the stockiness and like the actual meat on his bones, And so I don't know, man. I think definitely that could be a factor, like a factor of all those things. And he's telling like an old man's tale of fucking, the pro wrestling business. But at the same time, Crispin was here, everyone in the chat, moderating the chat. Round of applause for Crispin Waugh. Crispin, it's awesome to have you here, buddy. But yeah, that's why Ronda supposedly leaving UFC due to concussions makes literally no sense. Why go into pro wrestling if you're worried about head trauma? Exactly. Crispin, we're talking about another dead Canadian wrestler. Great timing. Yeah, fuck. Hey, Hairline, Crispin Hua, PWT moderator extraordinaire. Thanks, Phil. No problem, man. It's good that you're here, dude. Make sure people are liking the video, Crispin. We had 130 people in here. We're down to about 120 some. Let me refresh this. And we're at 79 likes. We passed the 69, Crispin. Let's get to 100 likes. But anyways, though, Dan Severn, yeah, dude. I don't know, man. He's talking about his time. It's an old here. He's got a few seconds left, and then we'll get into some other stuff. But a peculiar situation, no less. And it's unfortunate it happened, but thankfully, like, Severn wasn't actually hurt, so he's telling an old story, an old tale. All right, I'll believe him. He was a shooter.
If again, he's got me up. He should have been dropping down to his knees and not sitting on his butt.
And we can all agree with that, right? He should have been dropping down to his knees, not his butt. 169 now. Yeah, we really should with the amount of people. We've had a lot of people come in and out tonight. And thank you so much, chat. You guys have been the best. We're going to talk about Kenny Omega burying Dave Meltzer. He buried him good, and that's coming up right away, but we're gonna finish E-Fapping this. So now here's like a real shoot situation. It seems like, Hairline, what's your perception of this? You watch a lot of indie deathmatch shit. Here it seems like, what is this, two ladies? Is it two ladies? And they're about to get into some sort of situation in a gym in front of like fucking 11 people. So hopefully it was worth it. Hopefully whatever fight breaks out here was worth whatever, you know, platform this was. PWT now. So let's go. Okay, first off, Hairline, what do you think about the spot? What do you think about the spot that they just set up here, dude? Like, look at what's going on here.
It's like a 450, right?
Super kick. Super kick. And he's cosplayed as Jeff Hardy, splats himself off the 450 and seemingly knocks himself out.
Yeah, I appreciate. Oh, okay. He knocked himself out, or he's selling.
Well, look at him, dude.
I know. Maybe he's just selling really good.
Maybe he's selling really good. I don't know, but that was. We're about to see, though, like, we don't know. This clip could just turn into, it could take a drastic right or left turn. We don't know here.
And you're right, there was exactly 11 people in that.
He's fucking hurt, dude. He's hurt. He's hurt. That guy forgot 5th grade math after that.
I've always been so curious about.
Okay, so that was just like a botchamania. All right. So here's Braun Strowman with the Giga Chad himself, Chris Van Vliet. And they discuss when Brock Lesnar shot. If you guys haven't seen the clip, this one's infamous, where Braun Strowman got a little rough with Lesnar. You know, kneed him a little frivolously, and then Brock hit him with a shoot right hand, and Braun got a little wobbled. He ate it, and he even owns it. He's like, yeah, the motherfucker. Well, you guys will see right here.
About the moment that happened in the ring between you and Brock Lesnar.
Shout out Strowman, shout out Wisconsin, shout out Hairline, and shout out Chris Van Vliet and Canada. We're doing shout outs tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Gives you some receipts. What's the actual story of what happens here?
I got a little overzealous with him, and
So let me break that down. I'm watching UFC right now, and Derrick Lewis is getting wrestled out. Speaking of the graps, it's just not been an entertaining fight. But here, so Brock hits him with the fucking 2-piece, but it's like this, though. It's like an uppercut and then a cross. Just
happens here.
I got a little overzealous.
So that's like a little right hook, a little cross, and that's not even full power. That's not even full power. That's Brock just going, yo, calm the fuck down. So here, let's play this through. Sorry, guys, for pausing.
Been so curious about the moment that happened in the ring between you and Brock Lesnar. He gives you some receipts. What's the actual story of what happens here?
I got a little overzealous with him, and he had to
Wobbled
check
him
me.
for real. That's a real wobble. How he falls there, dude. For sure.
And that's just at the end of the day, it's too
Strowman ain't that good at selling. So let's be real. Here, look.
zealous with him, and he had to check me. And that's just at the end of the day, it's two big, dominant dudes out there going at it, and things happen. This ain't ballet.
Did you hit him by accident?
Yeah, I stiffed him on accident with a knee, and he wasn't happy with it, so he clobbered me in the side of the head. And I like to think I'm the only human on earth that's ever taken a right hand for Brock and didn't go night-night. I went 20 more minutes in the match.
And Brock still pulled that. I'm telling you right now, because just if you don't believe me, just look up Brock versus Heath Herring, and he punches Heath Herring with that same punch, but just a little more like up higher, like above chest line. And Brock and fucking Heath Herring does a backflip. Okay, he does like a full on. You can see Brock pulls it a bit, but that's a for real shot. Like, dude, dummy up. You don't fuck around here.
I think I'm the only human on earth that's ever taken a right hand for Brock and didn't go night-night. I went 20 more minutes in the match.
Did it hurt?
It didn't feel good. I mean, you can see the slow motion. My skull moves and then the skin catches up.
He still pulled it. Yeah, dude, he pulled it because he doesn't follow through, right? So even Brock, he's not the most elite striker, but even he knows you follow through on real strikes. In pro wrestling, you pull back. So you just watch Brock, like he pulls back after the initial contact, right? So even he's like, this is a light Brock punch too. And just look at how, you don't believe me? Heath Herring versus Brock, you see a backflip. That's all I'm saying.
Slow motion, my skull moves and then the skin catches up.
That's awesome.
Leon, I knew Leon in the AWA, he was just breaking in. And
shout out fucking Stan Hansen, the GOAT.
I guess, it aided Leon for a long time, and we're good friends, I mean, I like Leon, and I think he likes me. And, we have a part in history together, but, he was, he was just starting out and everything. And they put me in a couple of matches with him. And, I went out there, as a veteran and sounds in the right direction that the match should have gone because of my position and Leon just starting out, even though he was a huge, big, strong athlete and all these, a legitimate, type of guy, So anyway, I went out, we had a couple of matches, and he's told me since that he says, I read where they said there's never been a bigger mismatch in the history of pro wrestling as Stan Hansen and Vader, And
remember when Vader's eye popped out when these motherfuckers were going at it, dude?
Yeah.
Dude,
Japan.
You ever see Boy Meets World hairline?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was on there a couple
remember,
times.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Man.
he was
Fucking
the
shout out
bully's
Vader.
dad.
Shout out Vader
Oh, yeah.
and Stan Hansen, two goats, man. We got to watch some old New Japan shit. We're gonna start cooking shit for the Patreon again, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, I am glad to.
Well, we got to, bro. We got to,
That
man.
was
We got
so
to, bro. We got to. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's
Yeah,
continue with
there's
this. This
so
is
much
great
that,
shit.
That shit I have to show you still too.
Oh man, I don't even. Okay, we'll
No,
get
we
into it, bro.
have-
But listen, here's
Yeah.
Stan Hansen going on about Vader.
And I guess it really probably, it hurt him, it hurt him to read that, and so anyway, so this match came about. Somehow they had a joint show over there, and they had a match between me and Leon, and and he was wearing this big thing, and the
thing that
Vader
shot
costume,
the,
and everything. I mean, he was over. I mean, he was over big time.
Derrick Lewis just KO'd this guy and added to his KO legacy. The Black Beast and WWE are eyeing him up. Hopefully they sign him eventually. He's like 38. Hopefully he gets a big bag and, does some cool shit in pro wrestling. You know what I mean? He just got another. He took his shorts off. and he's going to say his balls are hot again. Oh, dude, he's airing his balls out on the knocked out guy. He waved his shorts on the knocked out guy, dude. Knocked him out in the 3rd round. Spectacular. Round of applause for Derrick Lewis, and hopefully the WWE sign him up. All-time knockout leader. Here's Stan Hansen talking of another country boy. I don't know if Stan Hansen's from Texas, but Derrick Lewis is. So here's another, I don't know, Southwest boy. I don't know.
Anyway, they put us together, and it just, I mean, I knew it was going to be, big old stiff match, and sure enough, and I guess, I mean, he was telling me the story.
Derrick Lewis just threw his jock strap at somebody.
Here at WrestleMania just here recently.
Or pardon me, his cup, his jock strap, his cup.
He introduced me, he was saying that he was walking. He told Inoki that he says, I can't carry this thing on my shoulder and step up there to the ring with. He says, well, why not? And he said, well, Stan Hansen, he's not going to let me walk in here into the ring with this thing on it. And so he says, well, I'm paying you to wear it or whatever. So anyway, sure enough, as he's coming up, I charge over, and I don't remember, per se, but he was telling me, he says, you hit the thing came back, broke my nose right off the bat. He said, the thing hit me in the face and it broke my nose. The guy set it down. Anyway,
damn, like these guys are just throwing blows, dude. Right? Vader and Hansen, look at, dude, like these are live rounds. Hey, Hairline, like this is crazy.
Right.
He's seeing
looking like evil Matt Tremont.
Anyway,
you love fucking Tremont.
We just pounded the dog out of each other, and it was, I ended up, I guess hit him in the eye, and and then he had this mask on too. And he pulled it.
I guess I just knocked the motherfucker's eye out of his skull. Yeah, oh my god!
Pulled the mask off, and I couldn't say. I could see his eye was, but I couldn't tell because I can't see. I can't see past here.
Jesus, that's gruesome, dude. Hey, that's fucking brutality, man.
But anyway, so that's how it was.
Oh.
But,
so you just were protecting yourself. He was being
well, yeah. I mean,
that's Hannibal interviewing him. Hairline. What do you think about Hannibal?
Oh, Brian Last is a jerk.
He was pounding on me, and actually, Mike Tyson fought Buster Douglas the next day.
Yeah.
And so, in the dressing room or, sometime after, Leon said, are you going to the fight? And I said, no, I'm not going to the fight. And he says, there won't be any punches thrown harder tomorrow night than that were thrown in that match tonight. I'm going home.
And you guys outdrew them too, didn't you?
Huh?
Didn't you guys outdraw the Mike Tyson fight?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that.
If you're new here, be sure to hit.
I don't know. Did we outdraw Mike Tyson? Maybe. I don't fucking know. That's hilarious, man. So yeah, what's that?
He tried to throw him one and put him over, and he was all like, "Oh, I have no idea, brother."
Yeah, man. Yeah, pretty much. Hairline, man. So yeah, Derrick Lewis won by KO. Everybody hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, I've been polishing my flute for a day. I have another video though by a good friend of the show. Just kidding, but he is my tag partner in WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth on PWT Games, which we played before. And we were playing through the SmackDown Shut Your Mouth story mode, and we're in Sunday Night Heat with Maven Huffman. This is like our tag partner. And he's also a YouTuber, guys. And in Phil Marks bookmarks, bookmarks. But first, sorry. So we're going to jump in. But John D. Lee with a $10 super chat. Oh, my God. Hansen versus Vader were when men were men. Legend. Bro. John D. Lee. you're a legend, and thank you for the $10 super chat. And yeah, so me personally, you know, I emulate games, not to snitch myself, but I do that, and I like to emulate like old Japanese pro wrestling games. And I'm just Hanson or Vader, you know. They're the two guys you pick for me. So that's how it is. I like using Mike Awesome as well if like I'm playing an old ECW game or something, but I don't game a lot. But it's whenever I do. But yeah, dude, that was an awesome video of seeing his eye pop out, and that was a great throwback from Grapple Vision. Everyone, go check out Grapple Vision. Round of applause for them as well. Because the thing with Grapple Vision is that they drop these videos, and usually they're pretty current. So that was awesome to just get like a throwback of, you know, Hannibal obviously got some. And he doesn't know how to promote his channel or anything, not to talk shit, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So he does an interview with Stan Hansen. Nobody hears about it, but Grapple Vision luckily turns it into that video.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, he got his rub from fucking Dark Side of the Ring, and now he's just doing whatever. So either way, though, I appreciate the super chat. And yeah, dude, it was just back in a time like, and here's the thing, you don't need people like, it's not that everyone was beating the shit out of each other like that, but when Vader and Hansen fucking threw down, everyone like, they were beating the shit out of each other like that, and everyone was watching in awe, like, holy shit, you know what I mean? This is incredible. Like we're seeing something special here, you know, and Vader's whole aesthetic, and Hansen, like Hansen to me is just, he's the god of the lariat, you know. JBL is I'm a huge JBL fan as well, the clothesline from hell, but yeah, dude. And then Vader, what can you say, man? It's fucked though. Like you hear stories about him like crying backstage about like Shawn Michaels treating him poorly and all this, and that's awful. But it's like, you know what I mean, dude? You're fucking Vader. Like, just, I don't know, but you can't just knock out like Vince's golden boy. Sort of. It's crazy because like the Young Bucks. Let's compare this to AEW. It's like the Young Bucks are trying to Shawn Michaels, Tony Khan. Like if Tony was Vince, Tony McCon, then the Bucks are like Shawn Michaels-ing him, and then, you know, do you let them do it? Do you give them the ball and let them run with it? Like obviously Michaels was right, DX and the attitude, but maybe a lot of people discredit Michaels and go, no, dude. But either way, though, he sort of ran Vader off from WWF, and it's a shame we didn't see him. Not like him just particularly, but in general, you know, like overall, like I'm sure his time with Shawn wasn't the best, where he's getting his head fucking stomped on pay-per-view or whatever, you know. It's so either way, man, thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, exactly, men were men back then, except for Shawn Michaels, I think is what
basically. Shawn Michaels can fuck all the way off up until NXT.
Yeah, up until NXT. No, I'm an old school DX fan, click type Mark guy. Like I love that.
I'm glad you enjoyed the whole 2 months he was in DX.
Yeah. So, here we go. Cultaholic posted this, but this is really from Maven Huffman. Shout him out. He's my tag partner. Shout out Maven Huffman. He's my tag partner in WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, and we're going to manifest it. Let's get him on the show. Get him on the show. Get him on the Let's put the juju out there, guys. So, Maven on his podcast with Mace and Mansoor, MXM, whatever the fuck they're called. Yes, and we talked about them earlier on the show, and we've covered them on the show before with what they did with Soft Ground Ugandan Wrestling, and I think they just pooled a bunch of money together to get a ring, and that's super awesome, and I love that. And here is them with Maven talking about how do WWE wrestlers get paid, and they sort of go back and forth on how they were paid. I saw someone getting triggered in the comments too, being like, oh, Maven is just talking out of his ass and all this stuff. And I'm like, why are you mad at Maven for explaining?
How do WWE wrestlers?
Like, why would you be mad at Maven for explaining how he got paid in WWE? Like, why would he make it up? Like, just chill. But anyways, this is a great clip. Shout out Maven and shout out MXM.
Get paid. Now, what I mean by this, during my time, I was on pay sheets, meaning I was going to get a percentage of ticket sales for every show, all the non-televised show. And each week, as long as I was on pay sheets, my check was going to be different every Tuesday when I got it.
Tuesday. I gotta pause a lot, guys. I'm so sorry.
Not to mention, I got a hard copy check sent to me in the mail. Guaranteed that's not how it is for you.
No, not even close. Actually, you were just talking about this week, right?
So we do get a check in the mail every week, but it's the same number every time.
So here we go. Do we back this? No, we'll let it roll through. Basically, Maven's saying he's getting paid like based off of the pay sheet system is what he calls it. And it's like per ticket sale. And it comes in every week or sorry, they said week, right? Not bi-weekly. I think it was every week. And so these guys, Mace and Mansoor, are saying, dude, we get paid every week too, but it's the same flat no matter what. So that's interesting and that's cool.
Every time.
No matter how many.
It's cool to hear this insight. Thank you, Maven. Thank you, Mace and Mansoor. I'm fucking up because it's a bunch of M's. It's like a crazy alliteration. Maven, Mace, Mansoor.
Shows you work, no matter how many times you wrestle, even if you don't wrestle at all, you get the same payment every single week. We get guaranteed money no matter what.
In a way, you're actually not incentivized to work because
he just said, in a way, in WWE, you're not incentivized to work. So let's just absorb that and digest that, because in AEW we go, well, there's people who are incentivized not to work, which is true, but and not to just be like, I hate a lot of people go like, okay, this guy, like if you look at Punk in AEW and WWE, he's in way better shape in WWE. Even people try to point it out with Edge. I don't know. Edge is always in incredible shape. People try to point it out with Jericho. I guess he's aged, but people try to point out, they just try to say like, listen, and it's like the grind thing. Like there's a more of a discipline and people are on your ass and motivating you to get in the fucking gym in WWE, and they're doing house show loops. So they're all together more. And so that's why I'm not trying to do it like a body thing or anything. I'm just trying to point out like an example of where WWE is more, you're together more, and it's more of like like everybody's like pushing each other to get better and better, even if you're incentivized to stay home, right? Because these guys will explain they get called to do house shows and stuff. So there's in AEW, it's just a TV show, right? They're not doing a house show. If you want, you can do some indies if Tony doesn't pull you off them, which he has pulled people off of some of them. He does let people appear and stuff, but he has, and sometimes he's played pick and choose. And it seems to be like, obviously it's less disciplined. We know that there's no discipline backstage, et cetera, et cetera. So to me, to psychoanalyze this little bit, here's something I took away, a little Phil Marks gem. If I'm going to add any value to this, is that I sort of took that away. Like, okay, so they're about to explain why you're sort of incentivized to just stay home anyways. But then they also explain why you're incentivized to hit the road more, because then you do make more money. But it seems that people in WWE still, even if they're sitting at home, they're more disciplined. I mean, just look at, I don't know, man. Look at people who aren't being used. Just go on their Instagrams and shit in WWE. They stay in like the best shape ever. Go look at Carl Anderson. He's never fucking used. Go look at, he's in the best shape of his life. You know what I mean? Whereas in AEW, it seems like you can just chill the fuck out and you're only at TVs and you're not doing house shows. The people who might be not on TV in WWE are doing the house show loops. So, you know what I mean? So not to bury fucking AEW, but it just seems like, because they bring up being incentivized in WWE to sit at home, but how come it seems as though everyone in WWE is way more serious as well? So, right. Yeah, does it make sense when I'm spitting at you? Do you pick up what I'm putting down here?
Sure. No. Oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, dude, Maven was making $130K to wrestle, travel the world, grind that shit out on the road, man. What a fucking G, dude. And I love his channel, man.
And I knew I had the chance to make 3 times each week if I was on house shows or if I did the full loop, as we called it. So they incentivize us to be out there.
It's also a little bit different now, because what they have now is, it's called the bucket system, which does.
This is not.
Yeah.
The bucket system.
Our system is completely different. So we do still have a downside.
Okay.
And everything you do, actually, you get paid technically, and it goes into this bucket. But as long as your bucket doesn't overflow, you just get your downside.
Does that make sense to you, Hairline? Does that make sense to chat? What's going on? Like, does that make sense? So Maven's eyebrows are so good. Yeah. I enjoyed this Maven interview so much. Yeah, Robbie C. Hairline.
Yeah, that's a meme for sure.
Okay, but does this make sense though? Like, I'm sitting here like, hold on a second. I gotta just bring it back.
I'm not really
guys.
following.
Well, it's just trippy. It's like here, the bucket system, and then he goes into like, as long as you don't here.
Okay.
And everything you do, actually, you get paid technically, and it goes into this bucket. But as long as your bucket doesn't overflow, you just get your downside.
It's very
Okay. I get it. You're just getting paid the same no matter what. But like, so they're technically paying them on like a pay sheet, right? Like they're technically paying them. Like Maven's using the word pay sheet, so I'm fucking using that term. So they're technically paying them per thing they do, right? Like that's how it comes off on the books. As long as you don't go over. When you go over, then you start making more. I believe they elaborate more here. So let's just hear this out. I found this shit fascinating, guys. So here we go. Maybe this is too nerdy. I don't know if we're getting into the too fucking PWT. We're fucking geeks. But either way, dude, we're doing it here. Shout out Maven Huffman, dude. Maven Huffman, if you're not subscribed, go check him out. He makes great content, gives great insight.
Complicated, but this is basically what it means. It's every time you work a show, you get an invisible payment that doesn't actually go into your bank account.
Okay.
So it doesn't go into your bank, but in WWE's books, it's there as a payment.
To a metaphorical bucket. The top of the bucket is your downside.
Hold on. Did they actually call this a bucket?
System.
Okay.
All right. So you said
Yeah, it's called the bucket system. I put it into place before I was exiled. Yeah, I know.
I got Puffy.
Hey,
I'm
pal.
bringing back puppies and kittens.
Hey, pal,
From
I got
Brazil.
a bucket here. Yeah, you're gonna
My
you're gonna
friends want
talk.
to adopt these kittens.
I have kittens on a plane in a bucket. They eat out of a bucket.
And a single puppy.
Meow mix. It's the only one. The only one cats asked for by name. Actually, if you didn't know, that you're fired. You either pay in this bucket. You either piss in this bucket. I mean, get paid out of this bucket, or you're fired. Or you can kiss my ass.
your downside was 125.
My last check.
Oh, hold on. So, whoa. So wait.
Break that down.
Hold on though. If merch goes into the bucket, like CM Punk's merch doesn't go into that bucket, guys. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. I'm not being a hater, dude. But CM Punk's merch, like I'm not hating on or I mean, I don't know how it would be even considered hating, but I'm just trying to tell you guys, I'm not laughing at a merch deal. I would love to be signed to the WWE and have a merch deal with them where I get paid X amount or whatever the fuck they work out. But here's the thing. So their merch that WWE creates, obviously WWE makes it all. They have the plug, they have the distributor, etc., etc. So they get a big cut of the merch. That makes total sense. But here's the thing is that they're saying it goes into the bucket, the invisible bucket. So let's think about this, guys. Let's extrapolate that shit. Do I need to hit an X-Files? Is that what I need to do? Let's extrapolate that. That means that the truth is out there. So that means that someone like CM Punk, he would never let his merch sales go into a fucking invisible bucket, guys. So him and Cody Rhodes, and I'm sure Cody Rhodes, or maybe Cody's down with the invisible bucket. Yeah, the invisible. I'm gonna wrestle the invisible bucket with my son and his kid, the mini pail, the transparent pail. I don't know, guys. Listen to me, okay? There's no way Punk would go, yeah, I get my merch the same way. Like he was making he was AEW's #1 merch seller, and AEW runs through PWTs and all this shit. So, Hairline, right? Is that correct? AEW ran through PWTs and Colt Cabana and all that shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, through out of Chicago actually.
Yeah,
Through
so
the Pro Wrestle Tees.
yeah, so another PWT. Shut them gimmick infringement. Not yeah. But anyways, though,
We should probably sell some T-shirts.
yeah. But here's the thing, though, is that Punk isn't going to go to WWE and say, "Yeah, throw my stuff in the invisible bucket." He's gonna get his own money. Like, he's got a way better merch deal. So this just exposes that in WWE, not that it's like, oh, this is a fucking super uber negative. I'm not trying to shit on it, because it's like, oh, awesome, I get to make this money. But these guys and people at their level, and probably the majority of the roster, that's how they're getting paid on their merch deals, is like through this invisible bucket system as well, which is actually fucked. So it's worked into like your paycheck. You know what I mean? Like, let's just break it down.
Right.
Like, let's say you agree, I'm going to work for $1,000 a week. Like, your fucking shirt sales, let's say you just blow up. Like, like, who knows what happens, right? Like, you go to Lyon, France, and they're all going, la, 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 la. Like, let's say, right? And then you start selling a bunch of fucking shirts. Are you just stuck in that? That's crazy, So it's great insight if you're into this super nerdy fucking shit of the business, like I am a little bit. Michael Dodd for $5. Wow, a round of applause. Sorry, I'm just seeing this now. I always heard Mansoor had some contract where he was not allowed to lose a match. Any truth to this? Michael Dodd, I'm not a dirt sheet. I don't know either of these gentlemen well enough. I don't have any insight on it. I've never asked a question about them to anybody. I don't. Yeah. Airlines this
my
way.
sources say that.
Well, actually Saudi Arabia, Turkey, whatever, Al Sheikh, whatever, he actually Batman. So definitely I don't have any insight on that, but that's what they said. That's what the sheet said. That's what the news said. And he was this big signing from Saudi Arabia, right, Hairline? Like when they sort of penetrated Saudi Arabia, WWE, pause, no Diddy. Mansoor was like,
they wanted Great Khali to like train and all that shit. Like, remember they grabbed like a good handful of guys, and he was just like the most prominent.
So they had Great Khali training Mansoor and shit. Is that for real?
No. Like, remember they originally wanted to like make a India or some shit, like a NXT, not NXT, but like WWE India and shit.
Okay, so like when they were expanding, yeah, they wanted to do like NXT Europe and Japan. Everyone's still marking out about NXT Japan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what happened is during that time period is when they had fucking Great Khali going out there scouting and whatnot. Is how they found Homeboy.
Okay. And so Mansoor, though, like
Yeah.
he's the big Saudi Arabian guy, though, right? Like don't the Saudis, like they had a vested interest, is what the rumors were in Mansoor. Like apparently the Saudis were like,
yeah.
He can't. Well, I don't know. I have to look into it. Michael Dodd, I have no insight on it. But thank you for the question. Thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate the support more than you know.
For listening.
And yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And like, if that's the truth, it wouldn't shock me, is all I'll say, because that's some shit done with Vince, who's really tight with the Saudis now, and it would not shock me at all. And they did have Great Khali show up and like raise the belt. Remember when he took the belt from Jinder? So like, I don't know, is that all connected to what Hairline's saying? I don't fucking know, but it seems, because that was the same time frame, right? Like they were doing Crown Jewel and stuff, or I don't even think it was called Crown Jewel back then, but either way, man.
Yeah,
But shout out, like, dude, I love that, man. I love that, like, Mace and Mansoor they've taken like the Matt Cardona route, and I like that WWE, they're sort of easing up, right? Like Xia Li's name, or Xia Li was just released, correct? Her name is Xia Li, but with 2 E's instead of just the I, like she was spelt in WWE. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So she's keeping her name. It seems like Mace, like Mansoor, this gimmick, MXM, whatever they're called now on the indies. I see so many different iterations depending on what show they're on, right? However they're billed. They are allowed to sort of use this gimmick that they were using in WWE. So that's good for if I feel like that's new regime shit. I feel like that's new Triple H, new regime shit.
The Paul
and like,
Effect, yeah.
well, for real, yeah, dude, and I'm pumped if they keep doing this. Like, I'm happy if this is something they continue doing, because like allowing people to like use their gimmicks outside. Because even Jade Cargill, right? Like, I know that's her real name, but like her music is awfully close to her AEW shit. And like, I know the music is a whole separate business and deal. I know you guys already know we got Grammy fucking winners on the show. You guys already know that shit that we know. We dive into that shit. But just the fact that like Tony seems like a guy who would let FTR take their music after they left AEW. No, if they were like, dude, come on, Tony, it's our. You don't think? I think Tony's like chill enough to do that. Like,
Only my daughter would really appreciate if I would come out to this music in WWE.
Oh man. Here we go. WWE grabs. Oh my god, a $10 suit. We gotta air horn this motherfucker. Oh my goodness, Michael Dodd. I want to play you music, but we're having weird. We need Paul Nolan's stat. I need a WWE grabs for $10. Hold on, Michael Dodd. Hold on, hairline for Michael Dodd for $10 says, yeah. I'm gonna read it in Vince. WWE grabs Mansoor, totes him as a big Saudi grab, push him on all the shows. Roll him into maximum male models, and the only two success stories out of MMM is LA Knight and Maxine. Yeah, LA Knight. Hold on a second. Yeah.
This is great.
So Maxine is a success story as far as God damn, the future is so bright for her, dude. Get your sunglasses. And so they grabbed Mansoor, toted him as a big Saudi grab, meaning like yeah, so hairline. This is what I was trying to say, because I'd have to like I gotta like Wikipedia this shit. You know what I mean? I might do we maybe PWT live. Let's Wikipedia. But like he was great when they started doing the deals in Saudi Arabia to do the big events there. Mansoor was like a part of the deal. He was like, or at least this is what the rumors were, the news was, right? It was like, you got to use Mansoor. He can't lose either. And so that's why WWE he won like a battle royal and shit on like randomly before a Saudi show. And then he just like won on a few Saudi shows. And then when that like initial deal was up or something, that's when they really put him on the main roster and had him and like actually used him as like a jobber team. I don't know. I seen him job on live events like fucking probably like 4 times, you know, like at least maybe I'm guessing high or low, but at least like I've seen him job, you know what I mean? Like a handful of times. So, but yeah, they touted him as this big thing, I guess, and he wasn't allowed to lose on TV was the deal. So I don't know. Now that he's free of that, I guess he's now just on the indies doing his thing. Listen, guys, he's grateful. I guarantee if you ask him, he's grateful for whatever that weird Vince McMahon deal was. I don't think we're going to see deals like this anymore. To answer your question, Michael Dodd, I don't think we're going to see deals like this anymore in the future.
Yeah.
It's just too weird. Now, maybe there's some. Now, if you're like a big name before you come to WWE, maybe like a Derrick Lewis gets like a weird deal. Okay. But not like a Mansoor in Saudi like that. It's the market's broken open. They can't be just paid to push someone. I don't think Triple H and Nick Khan are interested in doing deals like that. Vince is down like, yeah, I'll push him. Yeah, he'll body slam Andre. Vince, Andre's passed away, sir. What? Sorry, I can't do the bit. What? Get me. That's Lil Jon. Sorry, guys. What? Get me the Big Show. Get me the Big Show. Sir, he works for AEW. He works for AEW. His name's Paul White. What? Get me Paul White on the phone. He works for Tony Khan. What? Nick Khan works for me. No, sir. Not Nick Khan. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the super chat. And yeah, let's continue to watch this, guys. There's 120 of you, 130, however, it keeps fluctuating. You guys are the shit. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button. 89, also sexual, kind of, if you got a mind like mine, if you're catching this wave. So hit that like, get us to 100. Just get us to 100. You know what I mean? But let's continue on the wrestler pay thing. So interesting.
Extra money for merchandise. It all went into our bucket.
Wait a minute. You guys don't get royalties?
Not unless you sell so much that it outperforms your downside.
Pay-per-view checks. Do you get pay-per-view check? I couldn't wait to get a pay-per-view
You get paid the exact same amount whether or not you're on the pay-per-view.
Whoa, dude. So you get a pay-per-view check the same no matter what. Now, do you think that's true for CM Punk? Fuck no. I cannot. Right? Like CM Punk and his deals gotta be. But that's why people grind so hard, because they're like, God damn it, I need to prove my worth, and then when this deal's up, I'm gonna renegotiate that shit. Guys, if I can add any value to this that isn't already so valuable, everything is negotiable in life. Just always remember that. Everything's negotiable.
Or not.
Unless they decide to pay you more than your downside for pay-per-view. So let's say if my downside was
So they decide. They just decide one day.
$125,000 and I worked a Saudi show, which is ka-ching, ka-ching. And they just
Hey, Saudi. Oh, they scooped him up as a Saudi grab. Michael Dodd, listen to that, dude. He's like, yeah, dude, fucking Saudi, ka-ching, ka-ching. So I don't know, dude. They want to go to Saudi, right? He wants to be a part of that. That's big ka-ching for Mansoor. But here's the thing, though. So people might go like, oh, that's chintzy. But listen to what he just said. Let's say his it's hard to fucking explain because it's these WWE terms. Yeah, we're working the shoot work, brother. Dave Meltzer doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about. He lost track in the 90s. Yeah. Vince is devolving into like a demonic possession. Anyways, though, so like the whole bucket thing is that, like, but okay, let's say like your money's 100 G's, right? Wasn't she like 100 G's? I think he said 100. So like 100 G's. But let's say that's like your bucket. But then let's say the Saudi show comes up, WWE might go, okay, they got to travel. It's in fucking Saudi. This is crazy. Not every people can opt out of this if they want. So I might give you like 100 G's just to do this, even though you're Mace and Mansoor. You know what I mean? Like you're doing the job, or you're getting a win over whatever tag team, Gable and Otis or whatever, but we'll give you each 100K each to go to this place and do this work or whatever, right? Now, obviously the Saudis demand like the higher talent and stuff. We know that they're trying to do bigger PLEs there. We'll talk about PLEs and Dave in a moment with PLEs and PPVs and all that. But either way, these gentlemen here are sort of breaking that down. Like it sounds chintzy, but they're happy as shit. They're laughing. Look at the smiles on their faces going, yeah, we were breaking up that bread. It did happen. You know what I mean? We did do this. And in Saudi, you get the ka-ching, ka-ching. So that means you're getting paid like over your bucket in those instances. But like not everyone gets to go to Saudi. Not everyone gets that WrestleMania bonus. Not every, you know what I mean? Not everybody gets that SummerSlam, ka-ching, ka-ching or whatever, right? So anyways.
When they look into the magic orbs and say, you're going to make this much money because we've decided that's how valuable you are to the company.
And you're thankful because you already negotiated your contract. So you have to just be thankful to do your job for your contract, period, point blank, period. But you're thankful that the wizard on top of the mountain, as they explained it, Vince. Yeah, I'm the wizard. Call me the wizard. Just don't do it in text messages or I might get arrested. But the wizard blows the dust. Yeah, Tony Khan. Yeah, blow this. Hey, breathe this in. He's Michael Cera, and this is the end. Here, yeah, smell this. Tony Khan at a party. He's Michael Cera, and this is the end. Fucking blowing. Oh my god. Motherfucker, I've never done this before. I've never done this drug before. Oh my god, dude. This is fucking insane. This show has gone off the goddamn rails. So, but you know, the wizard blowing the dust as they put it. So that would be Paul Levesque now to keep it legit. Let's talk wrestling here. you're still pumped that they even offered you that chunk more because you're like, God damn, I already am making what I'm making on my contract. So that's why, even though the shit sounds really negative, they're still like, no, it's just what it is, and we're happy. So there's a bit of a spin. Some people online, wasn't a big outcry, but this clip is fascinating.
Frequently is all of a sudden you stop going on house shows.
So now that sounds pretty goddamn chintzy. So all of a sudden, when your bucket's about to get full, they stop calling you to do house shows. God damn. Yeah, you're off the loop.
You approach your downside of your bucket
Convenient.
just as much conveniently, right? You're about to make a little bit of extra money.
We don't need you for house shows this week.
Yeah, we got nothing for you.
Isn't it funny how that always happens? It's a damn.
Damn. So round of applause for all of these gentlemen in this video. Dude, and yeah, that's just such a good goddamn clip.
How do?
So you guys, per Deadline Hollywood, I just want to talk about this quickly. Monday Night Raw to stay on USA Network through year end before Netflix shift. So they're going to go to Netflix, but they cut this deal, and we predicted this. Someone can pull up the clip. I wish I could fucking dig up the clip myself magically like a wizard blowing dust. But I was like, man, maybe they'll just shill out like 25 million and just stay on USA for fucking until the Netflix thing, and that's just what they did. So it's like, I don't know, hilarious that I predicted that. Now, guys, I have a 4-minute Kenny Omega clip. And it's a part of the grand finale. It's a part of the part of the show that everybody likes to tune into. If you guys are paying attention this whole time, you see all of Phil Marks's bookmarks. I'm sure as I scroll through them with ADHD, as I try to organize them, I'm just getting the blue check, guys. I'm sorry, I'm caving. I'm getting the blue check so I can bring y'all a better viewing experience. But I digress. I just needed to point this out. I forgot to do it earlier, but yeah, they're going to stay on the USA Network. We're going to transition into everybody's favorite moment of the week, and it is called, you guys already know. Actually, no. We're going to let's look at the chat for a second. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's look at the chat. We got to talk to the chat, and then we're going to play the flute. Adam Copeland versus Blacked. Whoa, sorry. What's in Phil's brain? Black barbed wire steel cage. A double or nothing. I'm just fucking with you. Conan, don't be a simp, guys. We don't
that was great.
Yeah, we don't simp, but I did just say for audience slip. I've been drinking some PBRs, guys. Smash that like button, please, guys. Yeah, let's get to like 100. Fire up that fucking flute. Everyone's hitting it, guys. I'm gonna fire up the flute, but first, what's going to happen is we're going to get to 100 likes. We're at 89 fucking likes, dude. Come on. There's 115 of us in here. Let's try to get to 100. But what's going to happen is Hairline's going to talk to chat. I'm going to grab myself one more beer, and then we're going to polish up the goddamn. Actually, it's polished, but I need to wet my whistle in order to play that goddamn flute. So, ladies and germs, Hairline, are you going to talk to the chat for 1 minute? I got to run away again. I'm going to pee, and then I'm going to fucking
what do you want me to talk to you about?
You're gonna read chat, dude. You're gonna read chat. AMA, ask Caroline anything. The flutes are tuned up. Everyone's got their flutes, Hairline. Do you see that fucking flutes are over shit? Okay, Hairline.
Yeah, look at them go. That's
scroll
awesome.
through chat, answer some shit.
Yeah, they're grabbing them.
Okay, I'm coming right back, guys. I'm gonna fucking hit the elevator music. That's what we need. Okay, we're gonna get elevator music, guys. Yeah, this is great. Okay. Yeah, dude, we're Paul. Yeah, dude. Yeah, we need Paul Nolan on the phone. God damn it! When he's back from his fucking ayahuasca, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Argentinian wine country trip, life-changing, mind-altering, fucking evolutionary trip, we'll get him. He'll, you know what I mean, dude? Like, goddamn, when Paul Nolan's back, I can't wait. You guys already know, bruv. We'll give him a bruv. Okay, Hairline, talk to the chat. I'm gonna go fucking.
Yeah, go get your beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tinkle, as Tiffany Stratton probably calls it.
Oh God. All right, so the hairline show once again, everyone's favorite hour here. Anyways, so fucking let's go over some of these comments. I agree with Mark Hicks here. He said smash that like button, followed by 4 thumbs up emojis. I think he needs a 5th thumbs up emoji, but I won't hold that against him personally. Brino, you guys, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing any of these fucking wrong. I've been smoking dope all day. Brino79 said Marvin's accent. Wow, Marvin. Oh no! Even though, yeah, Marv's accent's weird too. But anyways, Maven's accent is very weird, and I agree with that one. Pretty solid comment there. And then yeah, you can see here in the chat, people are hyping up the flutes. We are definitely closing in here on the headlines. The Dave Meltzer. But yeah, man, you guys, I think it's crazy how Kenny's baby facing
Oh,
himself.
yeah, I got a
with
beer
all
and
this
this soda
shit.
water. It's great.
Oh no, yeah,
Man.
no, listen. Just
Yeah,
it's
dude,
crazy how
people
Kenny's baby facing himself with our people.
Yeah. So what were you talking about while I ran away? I heard it. I got my volume turned way the fuck up, so I actually heard you while I ran away a little bit. But yeah. So, well, yeah. What were you talking to the good folks about, the PWT folks, before we hit that fluke, guys? It's coming. I promise.
I was just saying it's crazy how Kenny has faced himself with us, and then
right.
And we were also talking about how Maven has a weird accent, and then how the the universe is getting their flutes ready because it's time.
Yeah, dude, exactly, dude. It's the big buildup. It's crazy how the flute's over. It's crazy how the Tony Khan voice is over. Like, it's so over that now we have people coming in going, why does Tony Khan sound like the evil Mickey Mouse from South Park? And it's like, yeah,
You
dude,
know why.
it's evolving over time. If you go back and listen to all of the great PWT content that's been available
Where
for the
could
last
you find that
year,
content?
because just all over the place, dude, at Pro Wrestle Clips, at Pro Wrestle Times, all on the internet. You Google us, we're right there. And here's the thing. He's devolving into like Mickey Mouse hulking out now. I don't got to explain the bit. Just let it happen, man. Enjoy the fucking ride. Guys, so hairline, man, I'm so happy you're here. We're about to do everybody's favorite segment, right? It's everybody's favorite segment. It's the one that is over like Rover. Everyone likes it. I'm sure. Do you think Dave knows about it? Do you think we get flutes in the chat here, dude? When Wrestling Observer goes live, if they start getting flutes in the chat, I mean, would that not be?
Yeah, I know PWT source better than PWT source Batman. I know it's better than their source.
Actually, they stole the name Tony Khan. PWTs was already around. Tony Khan. What about
That's not even how I
PWT
felt.
Tony Khan?
See, here's the thing. God, Dave,
Dick
shut
Grayson.
up.
Dick Grayson.
Yeah, Dick Grayson. Harvey Dent.
Batman, Nightwing. Yeah, Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
It's time for everybody's favorite moment. And it always glitches out. Whenever I clip Dave Meltzer moment, I listen to it back and there's like a little, like the sound goes, and I always thought, I was like, is that my microphone, Pete? Like, what the fuck is this? It's like Dave, it's like this thing I have clipped. You know what I mean? It's like the flute, I think. But either way, guys, it's time for, let me look at these likes. Oh, I'm teasing it, dude. I'm teasing it like Miz at a house show. We're 6 likes away from 100. Hold on. We're 6 likes away from 100. Let's get to 100 likes, guys. There's been 120, 130, 100 of us in here. Let's get to 100 likes. 6 of you haters, go click like. I already know the flutes are ready. Cheese Meltzer, we got it. Fire up the fucking flutes. Okay, guys, we're gonna do it. You guys have been chilling for so long. Yeah, I'm just gonna like pull up the first one and just go through. It's time for everybody's favorite moment of the show.
Yeah.
And even though it happens on a every other day basis, it is time for Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. So Dave Meltzer gets quote tweeted by Wrestle Mobs and says they Wrestle Mobs has to say any chance of a quote credit for this in the future. And Dave gets called out tremendously. So Dave, the Wrestling Observer reports Styles, when asked if he had called Will Ospreay to join WWE, which Ospreay had already related. So apparently Ospreay implied to who? To you, Dave, that AJ Styles was contacted about Ospreay potentially joining WWE. What AJ had to say was, what I'm focused on right now would be WWE. I'm focused on what's going on with my own family. So it's hard to focus on what's going on outside of that. But yeah, of course, why would I not want some of the best talent in the world to come to WWE? I mean, I think they're great guys. Listen, if he were a douchebag, I probably would have called on him too. You know, see if he wants to come here, to see if we can agree with him. But I think he's a great talent. And there's a lot of them out there. It's only a matter of time before we get to them. So AJ being a WWE guy through and through, absolutely being a WWE guy through and through and through and through and through. Thank you guys so much. And but so Styles obviously called Will Ospreay, but then Dave, like, this is just so much more Ospreay cope of Dave trying to be like, well, Ospreay got defied in his fucking blah, blah, blah. And it's just, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I just want Ospreay, as Eric Bischoff would say, to shut up and wrestle. Now, you know, tell me to fuck myself, go ahead, but that's where I'm at with it. Hairline, your thoughts on, and then, oh yeah, by the way, this was a quote. So Meltzer quoted AJ, but it was fucking Wrestle Mobs' quote in an interview they got, and they're like,
Sure, of course. Are there any other
where did they film this? In a fucking airport lobby? What the fuck is going on? Why is the interview so bad?
talents out there, I suppose, from an Irish perspective or a UK perspective? Any other UK or Irish based talent that you're on one day?
Well, it's hard to keep an eye on, but I've got to be focused on it. Focused on right now would be WWE.
Okay, you can't even hear what these motherfuckers are saying, guys. Sorry about that. Like they filmed this shit and shout them out. Like shout them out. I'm not hating on them, but you can't even hear what AJ said. But either way, Dave Meltzer lifted the fucking whole quote and didn't even, like, that's why I don't make tweets of that. I barely even fucking quote tweet shit, dude. Like I don't do like the quote and then try and credit, like you see accounts that do that and shout them out. I appreciate they do that, but I'll never do that, because then you get tangled up in people going, hey, can you at least quote me? It's like, yeah, I just show you guys my fucking Twitter. You know what I mean? Hey, here's my Twitter. I don't have a burner. Here's my fucking Twitter, you know? You guys see what's everything. Like, it's just, here's me. Here's Phil Marks. Like, here it is. So that's the way to do it to me, because otherwise, because I'm just trying to laugh at this shit. I'm not taking it too seriously. But either way, Dave boosting, lifting, Dave's a thief. I might title it that. Hairline. What do you? Dave's a thief now. So, Dave, though,
I guess first off, it's all like, how pathetic are these guys that they even care that Meltzer's doing this or that? Like, God.
Well, I mean, come on, man, because Dave is a lot of eyeballs go there in comparison to a lot of other people. Someone tried to break it down. Oh, go ahead.
But the whole argument is like, all those eyeballs that are going there are just that key demo. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that key demo who was already like looking at this article. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nobody's eyes were going on. Okay, so their article of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, were WWE fans reading this article? No, it was strictly for AEW fans.
Hairline, dude, it's
like,
the most.
right?
No, you're right, dude. It's the most cynical show ever. Like, you and Awful
Right.
appearing on the live show tonight. So crazy and cynical, and I love it. I love it. So In other news from the Wrestling Observer, Bryan Danielson's AEW contract expires before All In, and he wants to wrestle at Wembley, though, even though it expires before All In. So I thumbed through the article. I won't lie. It's just, we obviously know that he's going to stick around and do All In if that's what he wants to do. But excuse me, guys, I was hydrating a little bit. Hairline, do you think that Danielson levies a contract negotiation somewhat between WWE and AEW, or do you think he just asks Tony for a number and he just gives him the number, if you had to predict?
Yeah, honestly, I kind of think Brian is loyal to Tony.
Fair enough. Simple enough. I was smoking that Perry pack, guys. So Hairline answered real quick and succinctly. Yeah. So this is per. Oh yeah. So here we're gonna roast a dirt sheet. Cultaholic is getting lumped in with Dave Meltzer dumb moment of the week. I meant to do this earlier, but
fucking dorks.
So Cultaholic tweets out. Hairline, check this out, man. And you're going to love this as a New Japan mark, and especially that era that you and I love, that Hairline claims I helped get him into, but like really I didn't. You know what? I don't feel like I did, but Hairline feels I did.
Well,
So
it's
that's
like,
awesome.
hey, I helped you and then you helped me, and now here we are, bada boom.
Bro, yeah, because you turned me on to NXT, but I was like, look at this Japan shit. But it was really like you were already up on the shits. You already knew the shits. But either way, Tango. So this is according to Cultaholic, and they haven't pulled this down yet. And they say Tango Loa has seemingly undergone a slight name change, as he was presented as Tonga Loa on last night's WWE SmackDown. Now, his name's always been Tonga Loa. Some iterations of his name, wrestling in Japan, has been T. So the one that's spelled here, folks, if you can see me highlighting it, TONGA space LOA, Tonga Loa. That's how it's always been. Always been, or with an A, Tonga with an A, TANGALOA, and also sometimes the L is replaced with an R. I've seen that as well. But either way, they said Tango Loa. Now, I thought it was funny. I laughed at it. Some people got mad. They're like, oh, why did the... But Marv had the best one. He was like, fuck, I should have bookmarked. I thought I did. I was scanning for it before, but Marv's like Tango Loa. That's his name to team up with Fandango or whatever. I don't know. It fucking popped me. Whatever. Yeah, I didn't have it bookmarked. Fail on Phil's part. But either way, though, like someone edit this. Get a fucking editor, guys. There's spell check. There's probably even an AI. You could probably put this shit in Chat GPT and get it spell checked correctly. And Tango Loa. His name was never Tango Loa. Or if they're serious, his name was never Tango Loa. Or was it? Was that a nickname? Am I a mark? Chat. Where are we at on that? Does chat have any? Tango was his name. Oh, anyways, Cultaholic gets lumped in to this week's Meltzer moment.
Yeah.
A few fucking buddies. You know what I'm saying, guy? So bookmarked off here earlier in the show, and he bookmarked this one, and we're gonna get to this one here. And I wish Awful was still here too. I wish, but I wish he was still here to react to his own shit. So Dave Meltzer reports some smart shit here, but then he has to weigh in on the negative shit. But he does say WWE set 54 different Arena Pro Wrestling gate records so far this year. In 2024, fool? 54 different Arena Pro Wrestling gate records this year in 2024 in WWE? Wait a minute. And it's a contest? Kendrick and Drake? Hairline, Kendrick or Drake?
I haven't listened yet, to be honest.
Okay. You gotta get it. Oh, okay. Yeah. You got to like almost bundle it up at this point because it's so much where it's like, okay. Anyways, shout out John JID if he's in the chat. Either way, Dave Meltzer, he reports some facts here. He reports some other facts. You guys can see Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Actually, this isn't facts, but Cody Rhodes to shout out academics talking about Kendrick and Drake. If you guys know what I'm putting down, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, undisputed championship match at Backlash. 5 stars. He actually doled out 5 stars to WWE. Hairline, your thoughts on that? To me, this match, sorry, before you get into your thoughts, this match was not 5 stars the same way he rated. I got it. Phil Marks is going to be real with you. The way he rated Danielson and Ospreay, I will not rate the same. I can't just go, yeah, he gave it to WWE, and that's right. Even though the crowd was over, because I feel they lose at least 1 star, full star for the build. It just, the build felt awkward, shoehorned. They had that weird, awkward handshake after the alleged Cody injury with Carmelo Hayes. And it's like, are they working? Or is this like they just did this to kill time because Cody's really hurt? And like at the SmackDown leading up or whatever. And so to me, I go, because of the build alone, that loses a full star in my book. So I'll go like 4, sure, maybe a little less. Hairline, if you had to, because it wasn't in the Tokyo Dome and 7 stars is just stupid and dumb and cheating, would you give this match 5 stars if you were Meltzer? No, not if you're Meltzer, but yourself personally. Let's say like 5 is the maximum. 1 is Brendan Schaub, like just the drizzling shits. Would you give the 5 stars to Cody and AJ, even though the crowd was so hot and the match was solid? But like to me, I'm like, it's not even a 5-star match. I don't know.
I think it deserves 5 stars.
5s? Okay, dude. Let's hear like why though? Like why would you give it 5 though?
Well, because like the Young Bucks have how many fucking 4-point whatever fucking star matches.
Okay, but if you're not Dave though, like, and
I
you
have to do it like Dave.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Because
Yeah, because
his
it's such
thing.
an arbitrary thing. What are we even talking about? What the fuck are we doing, Hairline? Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Dummy. Yeah.
What are we even talking about? Dave stars.
like-
Jesus Christ. That's why we're doing this segment, guys. Okay. So so we talked about before just cope. I don't know. This is a horrible transition. But Dave, because this is old news, right? They were in Edmonton. They were in Rogers Place. And Dave already had built-in defenses. He was like, there was a lot of concern regarding AEW fans leaving early at last night's AEW due to the NHL Stanley Cup game between the Edmonton Oilers and Vancouver Canucks. There was a lot of concern about the crowd leaving because of the hockey game. And a lot of people left right at 8. A lot of people left at 8 p.m. and didn't stay for the ROH stuff. And it's like, no shit. No shit, dude. Like, what the fuck did you think was going to happen during the playoffs? Tony's got to have the foresight. And I swear, because, dude, I've worked with, like, there's a movie called, I think, Janky Promoters. I think it's got, like, Samuel Jackson in it. I think it's got Ice Cube. I might be talking out of my ass. I might be conflating 2 movies or blending them together in my mind in hindsight. But a long time ago, like I want to say like 20 years ago, I watched a movie called Janky Promoters. And it's what they do, right? Like you try to slime off other shit. You know what I mean? It's like, Hairline, you were just on tour, God damn it. You know how these promoters get down, bro. They're fucking janky as shit. And it seems like that's like what did Tony think? Like, oh yeah, we'll get the playoff people to come next door, or they'll sit here and watch wrestling before going to the Oilers.
It'd be great.
Yeah, it just seemed, and then like Sky Blue got harassed and all that. It just seemed like a poor execution, if I do say so myself. But Dave stooped into like uber dumb fuck territory, man. Uber dumb fuck territory. So he's already coping right here. And then here's more cope. And it just gets sad right here. So at Meltzer said what? Give him a follow. Pardon me. He says his comment to Dave is irrelevant stats until the PlayStation View numbers come in. So when I read that, I go, what do you mean PlayStation View? So Forbes reports that, according to Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, AEW Dynamite had more than triple the viewers than WWE NXT on PlayStation View. And then he said, and then they say, this is Forbes, dude. They say, though this data obviously represented a very small sample size, obviously.
Oh, man.
Why is Dave reaching? He's a real numbers guy. This is why the MMA community tries to put Dave over, because he's a real numbers guy. And he says, he says that AEW had more than triple the viewers than NXT on PlayStation View. Hairline, what the fuck is PlayStation View? I don't even know what that is, dude. What is that? Do you know what that is? Hairline, do you know what PlayStation View is?
No, I have no fucking idea because I'm not a fucking dork
Okay,
that
well-
lives in my mom's basement.
Okay, dude, you're cutting promos. No, I seriously, I got cut out for a second. But anyways, I don't know what the fuck PlayStation View is. I truly, dude. And here's the thing: I'm an Xbox player. If I do game out like that, I like Xbox and shit.
Same.
Personally, so like, I'm not a hater on PlayStation,
Yeah.
but that I just played Xbox so long. That's what the fuck I do. But anyways, though, terms such as hashtag AEW Dynamite and hashtag I'm with AEW trended throughout Wednesday on Twitter. I'm with AEW. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not even gonna keep reading this. What the fuck? Ugh. So just Dave, like, what the fuck is PlayStation? I don't even know what that is. So I got tagged in this by someone called 3 Sean 316. Shout them out. They tagged me in so much. You are going to want to bookmark this. So I didn't watch it at all. I just liked it, bookmarked it. And here's Dave. We are talking about the TV deal and all of that. And Dave actually says something about Raw being given away for, are they just giving it away? And it's a short. So I'm going to share this with you guys. Sorry for the. And make sure you're hitting the like and all that, you guys. Where is it? Here we go. Here's Meltzer. Can you guys see that? Yeah, chat. I love you so much. You guys have been. This is crazy, man. I love doing the show every Saturday. Here we go.
$0 for Raw for the last 3 months of the year. So it's actually, when it comes to the financials and everything, it's $25 million more than they expected.
Wait, what the fuck is he talking about? Hold on, we're gonna watch it twice, guys.
It is a steal, though. But I mean, what they weren't expecting anything with that 3 months, because what are you going to do? Like, what company is going to spend any money for a 3-month show that you're losing to Netflix right away? It's
Because Dave, they gain because they're getting big ratings and they're gonna replace it with SmackDown. Did I predict that? I'm so sorry. Am I the one who's been saying that forever? It's probably gonna be that because I randomly said that fucking 25 mil and that they were gonna, like, you can go back. It was like I said, like 20. I was like, they're just gonna pay them and then stay on USA until Netflix, probably, or like I could see that happening because they're getting good ratings and SmackDown could just replace them and fill the slot, not on Monday, but on like just like, because SmackDown's leaving Fox or whatever the fuck. We're just putting pieces together. We're just guessing. We're not fucking, but it's just Dave's such a fucking idiot, man. Sorry, I'm shooting on him hard today, but I'm drinking a couple of beer. What?
It's a lame duck show. You have no, it's of
A
no value.
lame duck. A lame duck. That's what. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and I'll mollywop you, Sally. A lame duck.
I mean, yeah, you get some ratings for 13 weeks, but it means nothing in the long run. They budgeted $0 for Raw for the last 3 months of the year. So it's actually, when it comes to the financials and everything, it's $25 million more than they expected. It is a steal, though. But I mean, what they weren't expecting anything with that 3 months, because what are you going to do? Like, what companies?
They weren't expecting anything, but they did a fucking however many $1 million deal. What the fuck is he talking?
Going to spend any money for a 3-month show that you're losing to Netflix right away? It's a lame duck.
They're not losing to Netflix, Dave, and they're all conglomerates. So like, can we Google like what's the USA? Who owns? I'm gonna Google it. Like, We're gonna get into some Black Helicopters, BlackRock. Who owns USA Network? You just Google that shit, and it'll tell you like NBC. So who the fuck owns NBC? Like it's all. Oh, they own Paramount Global, Disney. Oh, or no. Sorry, am I reading? Okay, sorry. Yeah, that's some bullshit that I'm reading. Okay, I'm asking. Yeah, hold on. But like, who owns? Okay, and then it's owned by NBC. So who owns NBC? Right? Because it's all like a chain of so it's just NBC Universal. So NBC owns this shit. So look up WWE NBC or whatever, right? There I'm pretty sure NBC in France, like NBC airs WWE in France. No, am I wrong about that? Were they not running ads for that before Backlash? NBC France.
Yeah,
Someone
they
fact
were.
check me. Yeah. Because you know why I'm right? Because I fucking know what the fuck I'm talking about. So Dave is so stupid. He doesn't understand the shit. He's coping. The problem in MMA, because I follow this guy on multiple angles, bro. In MMA, this dude is like, they all go, he's legit because he gets real facts about ticket numbers, TV ratings, and like pay-per-view sales and shit. But he can't use that to cope for AEW. Can't use that as a defense of AEW. So he just fails every fucking time. That's all it is. So it's hilarious though, lame duck. That's cute. Here, we'll just finish this clip. It's like a second longer.
Show. You have no, it's of no value. I mean, yeah,
Raw's of no value. They just gave him 25 million or whatever the fuck for it. Raw's of no value. What a fuck. It's not a good lead into that country guy. What's that show? Those country guys, those guys who own a farm, whatever the fuck that reality show is. Barmageddon. It used to be Barmageddon with Nikki Bella. That's what I'm talking about. Like Dave is talking so fucking dumb, dude.
get some ratings for 13 weeks, but it means nothing in the long run. They budgeted zero.
The TV ratings they'll get for the 13 weeks mean nothing in the long run. Like nothing. I just can't, dude. I don't even have to explain this. It's fucking ridiculous. Here we're gonna jump back into the bookmarks here but Hairline, what do you think about Dave's rambling so far? He literally just said Raw has no value and that USA just shilled out however many millions because they're just losing out in the end. It doesn't matter. Batman.
I want to know what he was doing to that goddamn mic the entire fucking time, man. Christ.
You don't like his mic handling abilities, dude?
No, he's just palming the shit out of it, bro. It's all like, dude, chill out. This is why we don't show ourselves on the fucking podcast. Like, fuck, people are such marks for yourself.
It is kind of fresh. It's like, dude, like you used to run Hairline knows he was just on tour, goddammit. Yeah, he was running the B shows. He was running the A loop. No, but like, you go on the road and like you hit some of these venues and like you're setting your shit up and then like everyone's staring at you and you're just like, It's so cringy. I agree, dude. I agree. Hairline's right, dude. Hairline's the fucking best, man. I love that. He's on this live show, dude. This has been the greatest ever. So Dave, so Tom, so this is the biggest thing with the dirt sheets, okay? Because don't worry, guys, Kenny's gonna bury Dave. We're gonna get into it all. Listen to me. Listen to fucking me, okay? Here, let's look at chat. PlayStation View is like a streaming service to get TV channels, and like TBS and TNT through PlayStation. Well, that's fucking dumb. NBC Universal owns USA. There you go. Comcast. Who cares? It's NBC. Yeah. So thank you. And they also own Peacock. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. Like, damn, missed this going live. Derrick Hans, bruv. I'm so happy you're here. It will immediately, as soon as this is done, you go to Pro Wrestle Times. So anyone who's subscribed to @ProWrestleClips, go subscribe to @Pro Wrestle Times. As soon as these live shows are done, they become members only on this channel, and then they're available on the other channel. Why do I do it that way? It'd take me a long time to explain, but it's just YouTube shit. And yeah, I'm trying to bring you guys the content. You guys know I'm trying to do it the best and most efficiently that I absolutely can. And I love you guys so much. And don't feel bad, Derrick Hans. It's all available online. You just check it out right after or rewind the shit and stick with us. And I love you so much. It's good to see you all the time, bruv, showing mad support. Anyways, though, So Tongaloa, aka Tongaloa, aka Tangaloa, if you ask cultaholics and those motherfuckers, all of a sudden shows up in France when all the dirt sheets are saying it's going to be Jacob, it's going to be even PWT, but we're not fucking news, dude. That's the thing. We're just talking. Hey, Marty might say some shit, you know? He's just saying some shit. We're just talking. Tangaloa, though, he showed Tango. See, I'm calling him that now because we're fucking. It's like a meme now. It should be a meme. We need him and Fandango. That's Marv said that and it was genius. Anyways, though, yeah, because it was like, oh my god, that's so good. But anyways, Tangaloa, GOD's Gorillas of Destiny, this channel did a lot of fucking hyping them up during Backlash. We went live during Backlash. If you guys want to hear that, you go back. The live show's uploaded, both channels. Check it out. And I was marking out. I was screaming, yelling, yes, GODs. Look at this picture. Intimidating, menacing, 3 real motherfuckers. Haku's kids, Rikishi's kid. It's so good. They're building to so much dope shit. And nobody knew, though. Fucking the dirt sheets, PWT, we're burying ourselves. Nobody fucking knew that Tongaloa is going to show up. And I speculated on the show. I said, listen, Tongaloa's contract's not up for a while, right? But maybe they would buy him out. WWE is making all this money. Did they do that? We'll never know, especially not with people like Dave Meltzer reporting it. Who knows? But this is what's being claimed now, that Tongaloa's WWE deal and Tama Tonga's were actually done together. And Dave actually knew this, actually. But actually, he didn't report it actually before actually Backlash, actually in Lyon, actually France. So Dave actually says that actually Tongaloa's deal and Tama Tonga's were actually together. And it's actually it's actually just that with actually Tongaloa. Yeah, it didn't actually get out because New Japan never actually announced his contract expiring. But he didn't actually say contract expiring. Like, this is in brackets, dude. So he's like, actually, New Japan never announced actually. They never gave him they never gave him a farewell. So because they never gave him a mark. Okay, no, they gave Tama Tonga a farewell, but they never gave Tongaloa a farewell. But because they didn't give Tongaloa a mark-ass fucking celebration for a Twitter clip for Dave Meltzer, who fast forwards through the shows, which he admits, because they didn't give him a little send-off because WWE paid him enough money to tell New Japan to say, don't give me a fucking send-off. Because they did that, they obviously, according to Dave, WWE obviously never announces anything like this. So Dave just, New Japan never announced it. So how would the whole general public know I'm the news $12.99? Do you guys want to pay to hear this bullshit, or do you want to give me $12.99 and I'll make fun of this all fucking day? What are you talking about? This is crazy. This is fucking madness, dude. So he has all the insight now that the deal happened. But the GODs and WWE, Dave, this deal was decided on months ago. Dave, why didn't you report it months ago? You fucking asshole. Hairline, your thoughts. Your thoughts, dude. And give me your thoughts on the new bloodline, too. Did we lose Hairline? We're freezing up. It keeps happening, guys. Don't worry. We're going to keep the ball rolling. Anyways, though. Yeah, Hairline. There he is. Yeah, it keeps happening. We're on. Okay, Hairline. Your thoughts on Tongaloa's, like, okay, the new bloodline and Dave just talking about shit that was done months ago, Batman, but he never actually reported it months ago. Why didn't you report it months ago, Dave? And then just the new bloodline, man. What do you think about it, the MFT?
I think that Dave actually knows the new bloodline better than the new bloodline knows the new bloodline. Batman.
Hairline, how do you like the GODs? You know, I'm a big New Japan mark. You're a big New Japan mark. They're the MFTs. They're with Solo. So we have Haku-sons with Rikishi's youngest boy, and they're doing their god. They look great. They look like $1 million, and they're doing their thing in WWE. Roman's gonna come back, team up with Jimmy and Jay. Jacob's probably gonna join Jimmy, Jay, and Roman. The Rock will probably join this faction. That's me doing my goddamn Mulder shit. Hairline, you're down with all that or what?
No, I'm heavily looking forward to all that, especially when Roman's baby faced with the Usos. But man, imagine when all three of them are doing the fucking the Jay Yeet fucking taunt.
Oh my
And
God.
Pat McAfee's gonna be losing his goddamn mind.
Oh my God. So oh man. Okay, so bookmarked here. No, we're gonna get to this. Excuse me. So Uncle Dave, speaking of the bloodline and Solo Sikoa, sorry guys, I'm getting the fucking blue check. Fuck you guys. I don't care anymore. I gotta do it for the show's sake, dude. Uncle Dave, pretty much. So this is at AEW Disciplinary Committee. Shout out Dis, man. I love fucking Dis. And again, he's another guy, man. We go back and forth. I love that more than anything. It's so needed in today's society. But anyways, Uncle Dave pretty much listed everyone he could think of on SmackDown for the next challenger to Cody, and still got it wrong somehow. Can't make this stuff up. I gotta like that one. That's absolutely stole the words out of my mouth. So Dave Meltzer says, on SmackDown. So this is before they announced the King of the Ring and the brackets, I believe, right? Going into, because like SmackDown, they didn't announce yesterday at the time of this being live. They didn't announce like any of the competitors on the SmackDown side of either King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring brackets. So Dave says on SmackDown, the key title contenders would seem to be Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, and Randy Orton. Orton versus Rhodes should happen, but with more build. Knight can happen now, but both Knight and Orton are in the tournament. Sikoa is not. Nor is Kevin Owens. But Owens was pinned on this show, which doesn't mean he can't challenge for the title at the next pay-per-view show. At the next pay-per-view show. What? But it would seem likely.
Can you translate it?
Yeah, it's exactly what fucking Dis said, man. It's just Dave just named everyone on SmackDown and was like, yeah, they could all definitely be I'm the observer. I mean, I guess that's right. I guess that's like, we can't clown on him. It's just so funny how he says things and like he wants to be taken serious as news, but then he wants to be taken serious as just like a guy talking shit like us as well. So it's like you got to pick a lane. That's the whole thing. A lot of these guys don't pick a fucking lane. Yeah, so that's just hilarious, dude. That is so funny. And so speaking of like pay-per-view shows, as Dave calls them, at the next pay-per-view show, Dave talks about pay-per-views. This is some of the dumbest shit, guys. I can't even with this. Oh my God. So Dave reports that WWE Backlash 2024 had the lowest pay-per-view buys in history.
What?
Yeah. So Dave goes, the Google searches, Google it. Google it. The Google searches were the lowest for any WWE pay-per-view I've ever seen. 100,000.
The Google search.
Google it.
What were AEW's?
Oh shit, dude! I'm fucking crying. Even just reading this one, I started dying before I even pulled it up. It's early, so the first week. It's early, so the first week number it's gonna grow, but the first week number it was like 3,700. Okay. What is he even talking about? The first week after it's on pay-per-view? Like, so he goes, financially, a WWE pay-per-view number doesn't mean anything because of the people are going to be watching on Peacock. Exactly. So what? But the one thing a pay-per-view number can tell you is how much interest is there. So there's more interest in AEW than WWE. Oh man, hold up. He starts spitting up. Yeah. Oh man, I'm literally crying. Here we go. The one thing a pay-per-view number can tell you is how much interest is there. And this one was down 39%. 39% from the same period leading into the Chamber show. Like, what are you even on waffling about, bruv? Which was the Perth show. Oh man, it was the lowest in history for a WWE show as far as pay-per-view buys, and it looks to be by a significant margin. In WWE history, like of your Google searches, Dave, what are you talking about? Oh man, what is this guy on about, dude? Hairline, what do you make of that? That's one of the funniest shits I've ever read in my life.
Well, so next time he's all like,
Ugh.
the AEW pay-per-views are doing fine. I want you to like copy and paste where he says like the ratings droppings are clear indicator that people aren't liking it.
Google it. Google it. And he goes, oh my god, it's so funny how he goes, but the one thing pay-per-view number can tell you is how much interest is there. What,
Right.
bro? There's shit thrown on pay-per-view all the time that fucking bombs. Why do you think Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are fighting on Netflix live? Because Jake Paul doesn't do pay-per-view numbers. You fucking idiot. Like, it's not even a shoot on Jake Paul. Like, he garners like social media attention, but like it doesn't convert, bro. So it's just like
Right.
Dave is so like pay-per-views. They're called PLEs, Dave. Are you not with them? They're called
Fucking funny.
PLEs. They're not even called pay-per-views anymore in WWE.
Right. Yeah.
You
They call them
fucking
up on news stores.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god. So
Here it
Kenny
is.
Omega, what everybody's been waiting for.
Yep,
Should
the
I give you
headline.
guys, are we gonna hot shot books? So should I give you guys like another flute just to fucking let's do one more.
Yeah,
I'll
give
give
them
you
one.
guys
They love
another
it.
flute. Yeah, we'll go one more. Because it feels good and it's Saturday night and it's like, we're going extra long. It's 3.5 hours, dude. I was like, we're gonna go like a couple hours, but it's just so many viewers and we're just going. It's just been such a great show, but it's the moment pretty much everyone's been waiting for. But Kenny Omega before, and we'll close it out with something very like positive and nice. Don't worry. It's like a positivity cookie sandwich. So a cookie sandwich. Does that make sense? An Oreo. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I've been drinking, but this is what I'm trying to tell you is that we're going to close it out with a little positivity, but we got to shit all over Dave. We got to do it. So here's Kenny though, slamming his own anime freak fan base. And then he talks about Dave, but this fits into the segment about as much as Cultaholics because, hairline, anime freaks and Cultaholics. What do you think?
Yeah, those are the same people.
So here's Kenny Omega talking about his anime freak fan base according to WWF counselor.
Joshi wrestling, that's stardom. There it is again. Yeah. What I'm doing? That's the piddler right there. I'm jerking the fucking piddler.
Everyone's doing fucking Phil Marx's gimmick now, dude. Everyone's just snapping and being ridiculous. What is this shit? This motherfucker is dude, he's sponsored by Street Fighter and he's like, yeah, the fucking fiddler. He's going off, dude. Cussing like a sailor. Let's go. I fucking love Kenny Omega, dude.
Joshi wrestling, that's stardom. There it is again. Yeah. What I'm doing? That's the piddler right there. I'm jerking the fucking piddler. All you fucking pervert piddlers out there.
Oh shit. Oh shit, dude.
Piddlers. There's more out there than just fucking stardom. Shut the fuck up. Such a huge world out there. Give me a break.
I take that as a direct shot to PWT because even though I sacrifice the fucking views, sometimes I make fucking videos about shit where I'm like, I know this ain't gonna get the views, but I gotta goddamn do it. And it's like, that's one of the things with the Marigold and the NXT and all that shit. And Kenny, I know you're listening to the show, bud. I need buddy. I'm not your buddy guy.
Yeah.
But Kenny, though, I love you to death. And you are right about that. And I will never. I'm on Kevin Kelly's team too, bruv. We're Team Kevin Kelly. I'll never back down from calling out the P3DOs. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Stardom.
You two don't fuck around. We go to Rumble, guys. We're gonna do a Rumble show, a Royal
Yeah,
Rumble, once a week.
would be great.
Up.
Yeah.
Such a huge world out there. Give me a break. And if it weren't, here's the thing. Here's another thing. I'm sure you guys have heard of Asuka, right?
Yeah, no shit. Asuka? Yeah, no shit, buddy.
Joshi wrestling. That's Stardom. There it is again.
Okay, whatever. He went off. I think I looped it like 4 times. Anyways, so here is now the 4.5-minute clip that we're gonna all E-Fap together. And shout out at Etten Gregory. Possibly listening to the show right now, but just a good supporter and a good Twitter follow. And here we go. Let's turn this up. Here's Kenny Omega and Michael Nakazawa continuing
Back the
along.
fucker up.
Yeah, continuing along. And basically he just destroys AEW. People say he's playing a gimmick. Hairline, I want your thoughts on it after he's done his rant, and we'll pause and react. But who knows if it's gimmick or not? They're trying to sort of make him on TV like he should be the CM Punk in that angle. They should have did a long ass time ago that they never did. But here we go.
People, I will never discredit Dave. Like I said, I think he has a very valuable place within the industry. It's just that I do think that I
thought it paused. Time cop. I was like, did I just freeze the Flash? The Flash. It's a really great film.
I think that the emphasis on his show and on his newsletter, and I know he'll say it was never the match ratings. I think it needs to even more so shift away from that, because it's just you can't even use the ratings as a way to as a suggestion for matches for people anymore. It's like, what? This is a fucking 5-star match. This changed the business. Apparently, this was perfect.
Hairline, he's Barry in the 5-star system, dude. What do you think, dude? He's Barry and Meltzer.
It's about babyface Kenny, dog. That's what I was talking to fucking the chat about while you were gone. Is that it's crazy that Kenny Omega's like, got over with like he's talking like how we talk.
Dude, and I love it. And I tried to tell everyone forever, dude, like this is how he is. Oh, I'm cracking a soda water. For every alcoholic beverage you drink, you better drink 1 water right after. Haha, in Minecraft. Perry pack. Let's go.
Perfect. This match was better than perfect. What the fuck are you watching? The problem is when you're too much of a fan, you actually.
A lot of people say that this is Kenny being bitter because Ospreay is now Dave Meltzer's new little fucking.
That's just them coping.
So that's the fan base coping, you believe?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So let's continue this along here.
Actually start to become ignorant to some things that terrible in wrestling. You forgive things for existing that shouldn't happen. There's a lot of in-between stuff that if you're just a fan, you've never done it, and you don't understand how important the in-between stuff is for not only crowd interaction, but emotional engagement.
Am I fucking just talking? Dude, this is what I try to tell. I go, Kenny cares about these things, and he tries to fit these things in. And then he talks about it on the shit. Like, am I not like, come on, dude. Me and Kenny would fucking chill, dude. We'd be playing fucking Street Fighter and shit. Real talk. And he listens to PWT Confirmed. I think this confirms it. I think it confirms it, Hairline. I don't know.
Emotional engagement.
No, I think it's PWT confirms that he listens to PWT.
Much of a fan. If you're just hanging on, God, I can't wait to see this next can move. Oh, if you're that degree of fan, you're going to miss out on some of the nuanced stuff that a casual fan, a casual person, a normal human being will pick up and go, ah, that's a fucking athlete. I believe this guy. I feel this guy.
Kenny's a believable athlete. I've always said those words.
So that's why I do think you need sort of a fresh perspective on everything that happens in a match. Not just, hey, for the ultra fans that are into moves and sequences and kickouts and all that.
Ultra fans who are into moves and sequences and kickouts and all that. Go look at any of my Twitter argument marks where I tell them pacing matters, facials matter. People say, oh, Kenny's gesticulating in facials, and even shout out Cornette. I love Cornette, but I'm just saying he's gesticulating. Yeah, bro. He's trying to sell shit overly. He's overselling because the style's so fast paced. Just these marks don't fucking matter. Kenny, go to WWE, man. You're gonna crush it there. And even if he's working me, I worked you. I don't really believe this, but I worked you on my game stream. Because you're a fucking Mark, Phil Marks, and you're fucking. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm Phil Marks. So exactly. I know. I know, Kenny. It's just like I'm gonna point this shit out. I love this. Kenny, go to WWE. Oh, he'll be in NXT. No. If Awful was here, he'd say, oh, he's gonna be in NXT, Phil. No. Motherfucker, he ain't. Hairline. Do you think Kenny would be main roster automatically or NXT first?
Yeah, main roster easily. Because he was a leader of the Bullet Club, and look at how they did all the leaders of the Bullet Club. I guess Finn went to NXT first, huh? I'm contradicting myself.
No, but you're not though, because he was sort of the exception. Like AJ was over in America more than Devitt was over in America, right? Like, yeah, AJ was over in Japan, but Devitt was maybe more over in Japan than AJ was in Japan, but AJ was over in America. Cody's over in America. He was a WWE guy. He's not going to go back to NXT. He's going to get brought in on the main roster, right? Like, he was already on the main roster when he left. So, it's like bringing Carlito back and having maybe not Carlito, but you guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, here's Kenny. Barry and Dave. Kenny's Barry and fucking Dave, dude.
Yeah, fuck the starters.
There needs to be a fucking disclaimer. Like, this is for the hypermarks.
Yeah, shout out Kevin Kelly. Fuck the hypermarks, even though I'm a hypermark. No, not fuck us though, dude. Like, we're dope, dude. Like, hypermarks buy shit. We buy shit. Like, Hairline. We're marks, dude. We like fucking. We're called, dude. We're talking about like Tremont and shit on this show. You know what I mean? Nobody else with this audience talks about fucking those matches. You know what I mean? But we do it. God damn it, we try to. So all I'm saying is that like you know what I mean? Like, hypermarks, shout them all out. I'm a hypermark, but you have to keep it real about what a hypermark is. That's what we fucking do. I call everybody a mark. You can't get offended at it. The truth is we're marks. I'm a fucking mark. Kenny's calling out the marks. Here we go.
I think you almost there needs to be a fucking disclaimer. Like, this is for the hypermarks.
Dave's working you is what Kenny's saying. Nakazawa's nervous. He's down with Dave. He stooges to Dave.
I hate to use the word mark. It's not a good word to use. But hyper fan, like the fan. Like, I love, and I was there too. I've been there. I was there for years and years of my life.
Yeah, Kenny, you're wearing a fucking pink Ryu hoodie. You're a mark, dude. You're one of us, dude. That's why we relate to CM Punk, because he seems like a guy that I fucking hang. He seems like me growing up.
And I just
not straight edge, but just a dude who fucking, you know what I mean? Just grew up like normal. Like, fucking, I played sports and shit. Like, don't fucking talk shit to me. You know what I mean? Kenny reminds me of that fully. And I like that they're inserting him into that Punk position storyline wise. And I feel like this stuff could all be a work storyline wise if they're trying to work the online marks, which means they're listening to PWT, because I'm the one who fucking harps all the time on how WWE works the online shit and then the kayfabe. They do it perfectly, masterfully. AEW doesn't do that. And then now they're just doing that all the time? Or is this that Kenny's really like, fuck Dave, because Osprey's his new toy? type shit. You know, like chat has to let me know. The comments have to let me know. I don't know. You know, I don't know. Are they listening to PWT? It's not. I don't know. It's too. It's like
You are listening to PWT.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. God damn it, Kenny. We're begging. We're manifesting this PWT chat. We're manifesting.
As I said earlier in the video, the pink hoodie is a clear indicator that he does indeed listen to PWT.
Yeah.
As you grow, you just develop other interests. And I've always had an appreciation for other sports, other forms of media, and moves can only tell so much of a story. There's so much more that goes into an emotional performance that
he wants a goddamn job. Do you think this is him? He wants a job in WWE, and he knows he got a peek at the books. Like y'all, you guys see that Black Saturday, Dark Side of the Ring, and Ole Anderson got a peek of the books, and he goes, "Yo, I'm taking this shit over." Like, yo, this shit's about to fucking flop. Do you guys think Kenny? Sorry, I'm banging my mic. I'm getting excited. But do you guys think Kenny is? He got a peek at the books, and he's like, God damn, WWE, WrestleMania in Vegas. Hey, what's up? You guys need a lights out moment. AEW
captivates you. And I think that, especially when the precedent has been set in a certain way in today's current age, with the sort of ADHD wrestling that I've been subjected to lately.
Oh, ADHD, I have that.
You don't reset the standards for just today's wrestling. If anything, I think things have degraded. I think we've regressed a little bit as professional wrestlers, in my opinion. And I don't even want to be a hater. It's not for lack of effort.
Sounds like me, hater. I always say that. I don't want to be a hater. It's because like we gotta preface shit all the time. And like he said, you know, Kenny listens to PWT.
Yeah. Athletically, the level is higher than ever. People are moving faster, they're stronger. But is it better? That's for the viewer to decide. If I showed certain matches that are heavily praised to a normal,
and because Kenny realizes, yeah, I got to slow my work down. If I didn't work like such a madman, my fucking body's dilapidating and falling apart. Because that's what happens to these guys, man. And then you see the longevity in WWE. Are you fucking kidding me? But then I guess you could argue, like, well, look at Tama Tonga, but like he couldn't have a match like Kenny has put on matches as well. Not to shit on one not to lower one to raise the other. People that I put over and love. So don't twist it. But like, you know, like I don't know. Kenny, maybe it's just with age you get wise, man. I'm not like fucking. I'm 32, bro. We talk about. I'm not fucking old, but it's just like you got with age comes, you know. You get wise, dude. When you're young, you get to... What's that song? When
I have no idea.
You get sad and you get high. I don't know, man. You guys know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Person or a person from another discipline, a martial artist or another professional athlete, they might go, "What the fuck is this?" Or like, "It's okay, it's cool."
What the fuck is this?
Show something with a real story that could capture anybody, as would a good series or movie or drama. For example, I was never into
Time Cop
car racing, but when I watched Initial D, to anime about car racing, I loved every last minute of it because of the way they told the story. It wasn't just cars whipping around corners drifting. Like
Tokyo Drift, Time Cop, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Sure, that's cool. How much of that and that alone could you watch? No, it was the characters. It were the car types. It was the music. It was everything.
Nissan. I'm sorry. I don't even know.
I lost the plot, pal. And now it's time for me to take over. I'll educate the people the right way this time. Anyway.
Hairline, gun to your head.
Boom.
Gun to your head. Is that a word? No, listen. No. Is that a work or is that a shoot? on Meltzer.
People, I will never discredit.
Oh,
Dave.
sorry. I did not mean to play that again. Is that a work or is that a shoot? Kenny just shot on Dave Meltzer.
Well, okay, I guess what I'll start here with is like, are Kenny Omega's in-ring promos and like work this good? You know what I'm saying? So like, doesn't this and the previous Twitch stream, don't they stand apart from his other bodies of work? You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what makes me feel it's real. Because like, why wouldn't he be doing this as his character? You know what I'm saying? Because like, this is some of his best shit.
Exactly. And so do you think that because Dave has sort of christened or chosen Will Ospreay as the new, like his new little favorite guy, you know? Do you think that that's why Kenny's speaking out a little bit? Or do you think it's just Kenny's maybe always felt this way, but like what it seems awkward. Like, is it a coincidence, the timing that now all of a sudden Meltzer's favorite new guy is Ospreay, and now Kenny's like, yo, fuck you. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't think so though, man. Because like Kenny wouldn't have put him over at Wembley and like took the 62 fucking neck driver, whatever the fuck.
Was that at Wembley?
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, didn't Ospreay fight Jericho at Wembley?
Oh, that too, bro. Well, wherever the fuck he wrestled, I don't care. Whatever.
He wrestled Kenny. Yeah. Where he dropped him on his.
Sucks.
Okay, fair enough. And so Dave Meltzer, because we're still in this glorious segment. Dave Meltzer gets asked though, and here's awful. He bookmarked it, and at AMHE613 says, Dave, care to comment on Omega's comments about you? And Dave Meltzer tweets it and says,
he ruins it.
And says Omega and Ospreay are building a feud. It's part of the angle. So as Hairline just said, well, it's not part of the on-screen shit. Why the fuck is he bringing it up? And Meltzer says, they're building a feud. It's part of an angle. That's why Kenny buried me. But what does Ospreay have to do with the angle of Okada and the Bucks that have been jumping Kenny on TV? Like, Ospreay has nothing to do with that shit. So what the fuck?
What fucking Marvin said there, man?
What did Marvin say here? Yeah. Yes. That hot, fresh Kenny Ospreay feud, they're clearly building on TV right now.
Right.
Oh my god.
That sums it all up right there.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. It's oh man, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, Dave, you're not getting buried on TV. You're getting buried like IRL on this guy's real life fucking streams, dude.
Even worse, Twitch.
So we have a member, Savage Wrestling Podcast. A member for 1 month says, "Hey Phil, hey, what's up, Savage Wrestling?" And then for $7.99 Australia, we got to drop How big of an ego does Meltzer have to assume that two of the best in the world have to build a feud around him? Well, it's because he thinks that he's helping them get over. He thinks that because of the shit he says about them is the reason their stock went up and blah, 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 blah. Now, does he have an argument to that? Sure. The press can always influence the way that people view things or see things or, say things. But ultimately, at the end of the day, though, when it's like, okay, let's say Hairline owns a wrestling fed and I own a dirt sheet. Why the fuck would I say this? Oh, they're building a feud. For when? So is it going to just be Kenny and Ospreay at Wembley and then Ospreay is just going to beat Swerve before? Like, are you stooging that, Dave? Like, what is it you're saying? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is it that you're saying that I just don't get why you'd even respond to this. If Tony's your friend and you can call him on the phone, you guys know we cover it to death. That's why I'm at like a loss for words. It's like, this shit should go without saying. If we were friends and you had a wrestling company and you were like, yeah, well, they're going to build a feud. And then they started shooting on me online. And then I went, hey, well, it's because they're building a feud on this TV show. What the fuck? Like, you have to put it like that. You have to be Batman. It's funny because Dave says, oh, I'm Batman. And we make fun of that, but it's true. Like, be Batman sometimes. If anything's weird, you're like, what could be happening in life right now? You just be objective. Just be Batman for a second and go, okay, just pull yourself out of it and go, what are these? Like, what would this? Like, if I wasn't a part of this, what would it look like? Dave, like, for real, he just is inserting himself in like Osprey and Omega. That's not even a TV feud. Doesn't even make sense. It makes no fucking sense at all. And with that, thank you so much for the super chat. And with that, well, here, let's read some of these. This is a member, Desmond Nogler. I have a good friend I grew up with who had the diverticulitis operation. He isn't the same. It messed him up. Same operation, right? But then you look at Brock Lesnar and he was like, I feel 20 again and shit. So it can go either way, but yeah, it's fucking rank. It's a rank thing. But Kenny's clearly back. He wouldn't get, as Marv would say, booped in the stomach if he wasn't back. I'm like part of the story, yeah. So the whole thing is about
actually.
And whoever wins gets to bang him or something. That's what Dave wants it to be. It's so true. Dave's just talking. Kenny explained in his initial promo that he might need a colonostomy bag after the surgery. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are praying for Kenny.
Desmond's right, because that's all Dave does is just talk. Dave's just talking right there. Just clip that.
Yeah, he's talking shit and God damn it, and praying for Kenny on a positive note. And then the Phil Marks bookmarks here. We're gonna oh my goodness, I gotta share it again. I was trying to move this comment. Give me editing, Phil, but we're live. Yeah, it's live television, pal.
Yeah.
Go out there and puke. Go out there and puke. He's gonna puke. Okay, so I said I was gonna Oreo sandwich it with a little sweet, nice little thing, and and that was Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. So just to like put a little cherry on top, I guess, of the show, here is Adam Cole responding to somebody who's a big fan. And this lady says, thank you so much for the follow back. So extremely grateful for you. So a lady who followed Adam Cole, and Adam Cole messaged her and said, you're welcome, Erica. Thank you for your love and support. Just remember, you don't need me or anyone else to feel validated, okay? We love you. We support you. But most importantly, you need to love and support you. Seriously, I've got your back always. You got this. And then another message. Thank you so much for your support. I will always be in your corner. And I just want to give a round of applause to Adam Cole, baby. And I quote tweeted it and said, I will never bury him or Undisputed Era or any of his past works, his creative aside. That's what it is with PWT, folks. We've been going for 4 hours, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, what you take away from this, we don't hate the wrestlers. We don't bury the wrestlers. We don't even hate AEW. I don't even hate Tony Khan. We love these motherfuckers. But what it is there's a lot of clowns running around. It's ruining wrestling. And yeah, it's great. And the whole thing is that Osprey is fucking awesome. He's eclectic, but the whole thing is that without the right machine behind him, it don't fucking mean nothing when people are attacking this and that and being so tribalistic and toxic. And we're here to cover it, and we just want to laugh at the headlines and talk. I don't know. Dave Meltzer just like, how epic was his fails this week / day? It was awesome, dude. It was just epic failing, making shit up. I don't know. We love to cover it in Hairline. I love that you're back here, the EVP of PWT, back here on the live show, doing the damn thing. and the chat. The chat has been so awesome. Oh my goodness, Derrick Hans for $20. We have to talk about something that Punk said. We have to drop him an air horn. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Something
for
that
real,
Punk
man.
said during that interview with Ariel went over so many people's heads. It was when he said he was completely on his own when it came to lining up doctors after getting injured. He was a top guy saying that. Something, okay, so completely on his own. Yeah, well, I mean, well, here's the whole thing, Derrick Hans, is that fucking Tony Khan said, we're going to have doctors. We are going to not only have, like, we're going to have health care, right? Like, we're going to have in-house, or however he phrased it, right? Like, we're going to have in-house health care, or we're going to pay for health care, or whatever it was that he was waffling about. That never fucking happened. That's the problem. That never happened. And then, especially when you're a top guy like CM Punk, you fuck your triceps up, and then you have like the Bucks in his ears going, yeah, don't pay for a surgery, rubbing their hands together. I don't know if that's what went down, but either way, Punk shouldn't have. Punk's a fucking millionaire though, so I can't just go like, oh, a millionaire having something out of his pocket. But at the same time, like, you're owed that, and it was like a surgery, like a real fucking surgery. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it does go overlooked. People don't talk about it, but it's because the news cycle, dog. The news cycle keeps flowing. Even PWT, we keep flowing. Hairline, what do you think about what Derrick Hans has to say about Punk on Ariel Helwani's podcast, or the MMA Hour? It's like a radio show / podcast. Yeah, where basically he had to pay for his own surgery, and Tony Khan doesn't recall. You know what I mean?
Well, I think the biggest thing that also to piggyback off here is like Triple H telling him like, "Hey man, like you when you threw that little, I'm not like, I don't mean it like this, but when you threw that tantrum about getting that staph infection and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? He's the reason the protocols are taken so seriously now. So like today's standards are based off CM Punk, you know what I'm saying? So like
Right.
for him to like have to like cover all his own medical bills and all that is like almost that throwback back to that, where like it just shows you how like little Tony Khan's taking care of the people and whatnot. And then just the way Tony covered it too, like fuck, man.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot on PWT podcast episode. Man, fucking thank you so much, Derrick Hans, man. I fucking love you. PWT podcast episode 61. If you have not watched it yet or listened to it yet, Hairline and I, it's on the RSS feed. The RSS feed was thirsty. We recorded an episode. We posted it. It came out this morning. Go and check that out because
that was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was awesome, and we're going to do more of those together. And thank you all so much for tuning into the live show every Wednesday night, Saturday night at Pro Wrestle Clips, at Pro Wrestle Times. I try to upload to that like every single day if I can. Hairline was here. He's the fucking best. I appreciate you for being here, bro. Yeah. We went 4 hours. I was like, we're going to go 2 hours. Went 4 hours, guys, because you guys are the best top listeners in the world, and we're over this high-ass number. We've contained it. YouTube loves us, folks, because you guys are the best. Round of applause for the listeners. And Hairline, that round of applause is also for you. And Hairline, I heard that it was like 1986. We were riding our bikes after playing Dungeons and Dragons last night, and then we woke up, and then we were like riding our bikes to get ice cream at the mall. And
well, the biggest thing here is like I found myself in the back of a van where my alleged stepsister was suddenly making these rocks fall down from the ceiling to make the police stop pursuing us. It was very very trippy and whatnot, and I almost would say it's supernatural, like, you know what I'm saying? And most of I'd say it was a thing, a very strange thing.
not the thing, but a strange thing. Possibly a stranger thing than even a strange thing.
Also
Thank you guys for tuning into PWT live show. We love you so much.